Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Night Owl Lounge.
Night Owl Lounge. It's Wednesday already, guys.
We're lounging.
Yep, we're lounging on a Wednesday night. So kick back. Hope you got your jammies on, your pink fuzzy bunny slippers, and
What did they used to say on that one show? Let the dog out, get your cocoa, coffee, sit back in the recliner, have your PJs on, and
something like that.
yeah.
It was one of the co-hosts for Coast to Coast.
Yeah,
It was,
that's
I
right.
think,
It was a guy from Canada, I
yeah,
think.
the Canada guy used to do that. Yeah, wonder if he's still on Coast to Coast.
I don't know.
And do you guys have any snow? Well, let's see, we got about 10, 11 inches of the big main storm. Then got, I think, 4 or 5 just the other night. And it's now snowing again. So I think we're supposed to get like 1 to 2 maybe tonight. So right now we definitely got about a foot or a little more, a little over a foot.
That's right.
I haven't seen any critters since then because they can't walk all the way through the snow unless they make tunnels.
There were squirrels out this morning,
Yeah, we had squirrels and I saw
but they
deer
live in the
once,
trees close by. So
and I've seen the fox and I saw the stray cat, but the skunk coons and possums, yeah, they're probably hunkered down. We probably won't see them much for a while. That's why they got all fat and was pigging out for a while. They can kind of do their temporary hibernating.
don't be body shaming the animals.
Well, they're all getting fat and fluffy.
Not very nice.
Well, all right. I'm going to say hello, Gemini. Hello, Christy. Wendell is in the house. We got Cosmic Joe. We got Corey. We got Harold. And Jackie. I think that was about it.
Yeah.
All right, because Joe came in earlier. Joe and Gemini were in here. Derek. Welcome in, Derek. All right. I don't think I missed it.
So since Harold and Christy, they're in our chat, we were on their show just a little bit ago, just a couple hours ago, I guess it was. And it was such a fun chat. We had a great time. They were celebrating not only their wedding that they just recently had, but their 1 year birthday for their show, right?
Yep, 1 year anniversary birthday for their podcast.
Yep. And it was like a panel show. We had TKB and Travis Chapman, if you know him. He's the son of not Chapman, Carpenter. I'm sorry. Travis Carpenter, son of Scott Carpenter.
Yeah, Scott Carpenter's son was on there.
And then Ron was on there.
And Jim and Matt from TKB.
So that was a lot of fun. So go over to OCST and check out that show that he just posted tonight. It was live and it was a lot of fun and got into some interesting subjects. I didn't think we were going to go down that route, but that was fun.
Yeah, we went down. Oh, all right. It's Ron Cross.
Ron Cross. Yep.
Ron Cross was his name. Yeah, we went down some rabbit holes. It was a lot of fun. And somebody snuck in. May May. It was May May. Welcome in, May May.
Hi, May May.
Think I got everybody. So yeah, and the 24/7 is back up. We were having so much problem with OBS or the solar storms or that main storm that was coming in, something. But I kept losing, bit rate frames, and finally would just kick us off. I tried the other day. It lasted a couple hours, a few hours.
Yeah.
So far I have 0% dropped frames, and it's been running pretty darn good.
I think this sometime this week we're going to try Streamlabs instead of OBS and see if it changes anything.
Oh no, I'd have to learn all over again, and
it's about the same.
Oh, okay. Everyone's saying hi to each other.
Yeah. So if you guys didn't check out our last Sunday show, we had Jessica Jones, the Cryptid Huntress, on there, and she did a couple remote viewing targets for us. Targets that happened to Jane. And that was an interesting show. So you go back and watch our Sunday show if you didn't get a chance to catch it live.
That was really, really good. We always have fun with Jessica.
Yeah, that was interesting. She well, not only was it, I think some of her data, but also one of her team members' data.
Yeah, it was mainly our team members' data.
Yeah. So that was interesting. So you'll have to go check out the 2 targets that Jessica remote viewed for us. It was interesting.
Hey, there you go. Wendell just got invited to Herald show.
All right.
Yeah, so thank you for asking us for being guests on your birthday show. That was
Yeah.
really special. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was fun. It was. Meet new people and have pretty much the same mentality or open to new subjects and ideas. And it was just fun talking. And
Daryl, welcome in, Daryl.
hey, Daryl. So yeah, I'd like to talk to Travis some more. So we'll have to see if we can get a hold of him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was an honor meeting Scott's son. I really enjoyed that.
And his doggy.
And his doggy. Yeah, and his doggy too. There's so many dogs in people's podcasts, even ours. Well, she's not down here tonight, but a lot of times she's down here during our show.
Yeah. Yeah. Where's our doggy at?
She's up there underneath the blanket and she just fell asleep.
So if you haven't noticed, we're going to slowly start changing our backgrounds to more Christmassy. If you look at Jane's, you can see a lot more Christmas stuff over there, but mine will be changing here pretty soon too. The closer we get to Christmas, I'll be adding little stuff.
Yeah,
There's a little bit up there now. A little bit.
So it's not much. I just rearranged the whole fireplace and got selenite logs in front and put just a strand of lights there. I got little gnomes all over the place. Nothing real fancy. Got a couple of moose stockings. And then the big tree in the background. If I take that upstairs, the cats will be using it as a scratching post because it used to be upstairs. And they would claw on it to the point that they would knock over the tree.
So if you notice, this great big giant Himalayan salt block used to be over on Jane's set.
Yep.
Used to be right there in the fireplace. Now it's over here.
Moved all the crystals and the spheres. We took the spheres upstairs. So I took his selenite logs that were in front of the fireplace that's underneath the TV. And he's got the spheres for a while. We just kind of rearranged a little. But it's all peaceful down here. So now we need to get Mr. Grinch over there to start decorating.
I got some stuff up. Some of it you put over here, but a couple things I put up. So, well, like I said, it'll get more and more added by the time Christmas gets here. Never know. You might see some Hanukkah lights. Might see some snowmen.
Put a string of lights around the Himalayan salt lamp.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, I can't believe it's December.
Yeah.
Man.
So speaking of guests, we have Carol Ann from the In Between coming on. If you guys have seen her on YouTube, TikTok, whatever social media, she's does short stories and of all kinds of stuff, from cryptids to time glitches to you name it, she covers it. And so it's going to be interesting. To be the first time we've had her on the show talking to her. So this will be fun for us and going to be interesting.
And after that, we got Mark Ollie coming back from the UK.
Mark Ollie's coming back. We're going to be talking about the Knights Templar.
And then we're going to take a couple Sundays off just because of the holidays, but we'll probably do the Night Owl Lounges.
Yeah, I think what we're going to continue is, unless something happens, we'll be on every Wednesday night through the holidays. But as far as guests, it'll be probably, I don't know, unless somebody pops on, like say Travis, we get a hold of Travis, we might throw him in there before, or Roger. Roger Williams from what is it?
Squatching.
Squatch and Holler. We said we get him back on, so he'll probably be coming back, and then we'll probably start over. We'll start going down our list and start bringing people back on, and we got to get Jesus Pie on rescheduled.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
So sometime after New Year's, we'll start back up full swing again. And
I'm pretty sure I saw that Jesus is going to be on Roger's show, Squatch and Holler.
yes, yep, he's coming up here pretty soon. Actually, will be Thursday night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Harold, if you can message Travis for us, that'd be great. Give him our email or give us his stuff or however it works out. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, I subscribe to his channel. He's probably thinking, who's this Giro person?
Oh, Harold will explain. Harold will tell him who we are.
He's just a gray-haired old lady that likes musical instruments. And just do videos for fun. I ain't a professional. And Jason, welcome in.
Maybe we weren't on, Jessica was on our show Sunday. The last show we did with her was what? Was it Mall World or was it something else?
You mean the last time we were on her show?
Yeah.
I think the last time was Mall World. And I think she wants us on maybe next week. She says she was going to get us back on, but
Yeah,
we were on last Monday.
I think
Barry
we're
was on Monday.
tentatively scheduled for next week sometime, but we weren't on her show Monday.
Barry wasn't he?
Yeah, I think it was Barry.
Yeah, but she was on our show Sunday. Oh, she meant in the chat Monday.
Oh yeah, we were in the chat Monday.
I wasn't. I had a bad night's sleep and I slept in. But I did rewatch it.
Hey, Jason.
So I hope everyone's being good. You do know Santa's watching. It's that time of year.
That time of year.
Start making your list. He's going to be checking it twice.
Oh, checking it twice. What the heck? I guess that's one list you want to be on is Santa's list, the good list.
I still think the special guest for Christy and Harold show is going to be Santa.
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 Santa's coming. I know him.
Santa.
Speaking of Christmas,
Uh-oh.
did you know
Uh-oh.
on Christmas Eve that they say at the stroke of midnight on Christmas Eve that animals have the ability to talk?
Christmas Eve, the animals have an ability to talk.
Yeah.
Oh.
People report their cats and dogs and farm animals and animals out in the forest will just start talking.
Hold on a second. Something just went booking towards our neighbor's yard. Was it a fox or a deer? Holy cow. Wow. Something just went running really, really, really fast.
Really? Hey, Awakened. Yeah, go back and check that Mall World out and let us know. Put it in comments of the episode or email us at midwestnightwatchers@gmail.com and let us know what you've been experiencing. We're going to do probably a part 2 to the Mall World on Jessica's show.
Well, yeah, that's what she wants. She wants us on maybe next week, and we're going to continue the Mall World because people are still having the dreams and stuff.
Awakened Reflection said that he'd like to see what other people are talking about on something he's experienced himself.
And I can't show you. Whatever it was took off. Well,
oh.
I mean, I don't know if it was a fox chasing something or a deer was running real fast. All I saw was a blur. Just
Yeah, I don't know. So on Christmas Eve, the animals have the ability to talk
hmm.
when it's stroke of midnight, and a lot of times they will face. I think they'll face east, and sometimes they'll kneel like they're praying or meditating or whatever. I don't know what the deal is, but then they have the ability to talk, so you can actually, and you'll understand them.
Wow. Maybe I'll go out into the barn and talk to the goats.
Yeah, go out there at midnight and talk to them, see what they do.
Wow.
So what else? We talked about wishing trees. We talked a little bit about that, and Jessica's chat. I brought it up, and then when she was on our show, we brought it up a little bit. So if anybody knows that over in the UK, in the old world, they had wishing trees, and it carried over into the US when everybody immigrated here, and they brought it into the Appalachians, some of the old folklore and stuff like that. So a wishing tree, unlike the ones that you may see at Christmas time where you tie a Christmas card or an ornament to, these are out in the woods. And it'll have a branch that is bent over, almost touching the ground, or could be touching the ground. So these great big trees with the branches hanging down low. They will pound coins of all denominations, quarters, nickels, dimes, sometimes old money, depending on how far back it went. So that is their pounding in their offering for their wishes and dreams to come true. And just like anything else, you leave a coin, it's good luck. You take a coin, then you have bad luck. You have bad stuff happening to you.
Dum, dum, dum.
Dun, dun, dun. Then we talked about Clutie wells, which is about the same kind of deal. But a Clutie well is a natural spring or a little pond, little thing of water out in the woods that supposedly is a habitat for fairies. Fairies hang out around the Clutie wells. And then the nearest tree, any little sapling or a little tree with branches, you tie a piece of cloth on it. And it's the same thing. If you tie a piece of cloth, you tell it your dreams or what you want to come true or happen, or I wish for this, or it'll make your wishes come true. And the fairies are supposed to help out, or maybe even the little people or gnomes might have something to do with it. But Clutie is an old word. It comes from the UK in Old English, and clute is their version for what we use as cloth. We say cloth, they said clute.
Clute.
So a Clutie well is a piece of cloth that's around a well hanging on a tree. So that's where you get tying the little pieces of cloth or ribbons on a tree. So there you go. So what else is going on in chat? Anything good? Maybe says animals can talk, but we can't understand them. Yeah. I don't know if we want to all the time. Might be a bad thing.
Oh, thank you, Harold. He messaged Travis and gave him our email.
All right. Thank you.
Joe said he's going to be a gnome wizard.
What's that?
Joe said he's going to be a gnome wizard.
Oh, a gnome wizard.
Yeah,
We need more
got
wizards.
a bunch of Christmas gnomes all over the place over there.
I got one right below the big salt block. There's one little gnome wizard looking guy. I think that's the only one in my background.
Oh, the pyramid?
No, that's an elf, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's an elf with a bell.
Underneath the big salt block,
Oh, okay. There's a little
right on the very corner of the table.
Ah,
There's a little gnomey guy.
did you steal one of my gnomes?
It's been over here for a long time. I don't know where it came from.
Oh, okay.
He keeps moving around on different shelves. Sometimes I move them.
I did find my box of all the, as our son-in-law said, creepy elves.
Oh yeah.
So we could have an elf, and I'll give you one of those real big ones. You can just kind of move them all over. It's kind of elf on a shelf. It's not an elf on a shelf. These guys are green. I think they came out of that vintage. What is that catalog?
Oh, I don't remember.
Vintage store or something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember. Wendell says you're on the naughty list permanently.
I try to behave.
On the naughty list.
I try to behave.
We'll have to bring that one up on screen. And if you guys noticed, I got one of our new tri-sleeve shirts on. That's we just updated our store a week ago, so we got some new designs and new shirts and sweatshirts, hoodies, tri-sleeves.
And that one is just.
I added the Dog Man for the American Legends for that series, so we got Mothman, Bigfoot, and Dog Man now.
And then that one just has an owl. It doesn't say Midwest Night Watchers.
Nope, it's just the owl.
It's their logo.
So we have a Midwest Night Watchers logo, then we just have the owl.
Walking lightly.
Hey, walking lightly.
Whoop whoop. Welcome to the party. I don't know what kind of party it is, but
I don't know.
goat lady.
So please go check out our store if you'd like, and we appreciate it. Oh, we also added the Dover Goblin. So we got a recreation of what he might have looked like. So he's another one. We didn't add him to the. Oh yeah, Chupacabra. There's a lot of them. We're gonna keep adding to the series. I don't know how soon, or we'll just do it sporadically.
I also put the Christmas items back up for until Christmas time. Then I'll take them back down until next year. So you can get a Mary, Gary, Clydemus, the two goats decorated for Christmas.
Get your Chiro Sounds merch there.
Yep. And yeah, this is not it's a new shirt for me, but we've got this logo, but I just got a gray hoodie with my logo on it.
And I'm thinking I got the design all worked out. We're going to be adding a robot grandma for Christmas. I don't know. Might change it, put a Christmas hat on her. I don't know. Robot grandma needs if she has a tray of cookies or something, then maybe she needs a Christmas hat.
Our Thanksgiving was pretty good. All of our kids kind of do their own thing. We've done that for a while, so they can all just kind of stay home instead of traveling. And we just got a turkey breast that ended up being a lot of turkey.
It was big. I was surprised. We still got turkey.
Well, actually, it wasn't just one breast. It was it was double, so it was more meat than I was really expecting. But we had turkey sandwiches and all the other fixings just for us. And
we cooked it and ate it the night before.
Mm-hmm.
Then we reheated everything, got everything all ready, so it was fast for Thanksgiving. So we ate and snacked all night Thanksgiving. Then I've been having turkey sandwiches for lunch, and we've had it a couple more times at night. So
leftovers is always best. So that's what we had for Thanksgiving and started Wednesday night. And Barb's in the house.
Hey, Barb.
Barb's in the house. Welcome in. And walking lightly, you're mentioning the goat. And it's our Christmas goat.
The goat.
The Christmas goat.
So yeah, Thanksgiving was good. I've already been watching Christmas movies since July almost. But I like Christmas movies. I like any kind of movies like that. But I think Thanksgiving, I watched 4 or 5 of my favorite Christmas movies, and I've been watching them almost every night after that, and Christmas shows, and I'm ready to go.
He needed
Some
that.
some of them may or may not have been Hallmark Christmas movies. I don't know.
Well, there's a few different channels out there.
There is. I've been watching. They're competing. The Family Channel, whatever it was, it took off after Hallmark.
Oh, when the Hallmark people left.
But it's weird because now that channel's showing shows I'm pretty sure was on Hallmark originally. So I'm just wondering if they're in cahoots together now.
What was the other one? Lifetime, something like that.
Well, there's Lifetime. They show Christmas movies. Up TV shows Christmas movies. I mean, you name it, now it's time. The Christmas song. I don't know. I saw you sent me several reels, and I got some of them, but I had to come down here and get ready for the show, so I might not have seen that one.
A Christmas song. Oh, that's right. It is this time of year that saxophone dude that's a Sasquatch does a lot of his Christmas songs and stuff.
Yeah, Barb, it's Great American, the Great American Channel. They have a country channel and a regular channel, I guess. But yeah, I've been watching them. Hallmarks, TNT, TBS have been showing Elf and Christmas Vacation like 24/7 on certain days.
Have
And
you seen The Grinch yet?
no,
Oh,
I mean,
well,
I've watched it this year already, but it was before Thanksgiving.
so they haven't played it quite yet.
No, they haven't played. I haven't seen it on a channel yet, but I'm sure it's there.
Well, just like you haven't seen Tim Allen Santa Claus.
Nope,
movie.
I haven't seen that on a channel yet either.
Yeah. You might have to pull out your jump drive because you got tons of Christmas movies on the jump
Oh,
drive.
I got a lot of Christmas movies that aren't even really considered Christmas movies, but they're set at Christmas time. We should probably do a show on that one of these Wednesdays. All the old Christmas movies that are either been remade and revamped, but they originally started out as like a Christmas movie.
Hmm.
A lot of good ones out there.
Got a compliment on your beard's growing back. It's getting
Yeah,
there.
it's getting there.
Mhm.
It's getting there.
It'll be long by next spring.
And we'll start all over, or maybe we won't. Maybe I'll just cut it down a little. I don't know. Just depends on how hot it gets.
Last summer was miserable, so I don't blame you for trimming it down. And all the Home Alone movies.
Oh yeah, I did watch Home Alone the other night.
Yeah, we need a Christmas cryptid movie. That's right.
Well, they got Krampus.
Santa Squatch.
The red one is a good one because they have a lot of paranormal and time shifts and portals and Krampus and all kinds of gnomes and all kinds of stuff. And they have that big snowman that comes alive. So the red one's a good movie. It just came out a couple years ago. Die Hard, yeah, that was set at Christmas time.
Well, I guess if we continue to have cold weather, the snow's probably going to stay. We'll definitely have a white Christmas.
Well, it's going to be what, 17 tomorrow for a high?
13, I thought tomorrow was for high.
I don't know. I thought I saw 17, but it could be colder than that.
It's supposed to be -1 tonight, -4 the next 2 nights. And I think the high tomorrow is supposed to be 13. Poor chickens and goats haven't been out for over a week. Poor things.
We could have let them out today. They could have,
Yeah, but
popped their head out for a while.
I don't think the goats would have gone out. And if the chickens did go out and realize that there was a foot of snow out there going up to their legs, they'd be turning around going right back into that coop. Because it is pretty deep out there, even in the chicken pen. But I did see our niece, her goats were screaming, and she takes them for a walk around her property. She's got it made. I mean, they're not going to go anywhere. They follow her. So they're screaming and screaming. So she finally did let them go for a walk. She said they ran around the barn and went straight back to that back gate. So that's it. They were not happy after all.
Walking Lightly wants to know, how cold does it get on your side of the world? Well, like Jane said, we're having I said 17, she said 13 degrees Fahrenheit for our high tomorrow.
I don't know what that is, Celsius.
We have had polar vortexes where we went into the negative. Where I remember that one year it was a fluke, because we didn't really get polar vortexes all the time, but it was minus 34 wind chill. We had that one year. That was miserable.
Yep, high of 13 tomorrow, which is Fahrenheit. You guys can figure out what Celsius is.
Normally we'll get down in the teens, sometimes 10, 17, around 20 degrees Fahrenheit. But every once in a while, a normal for us would dip down -1, -2, somewhere in that area. But that minus 34 was the coldest I've ever experienced.
So our average is.
Now, if you live in Alaska, you're talking minus 52.
So I guess our average for a winter would be like 20s to 30s.
Yeah. Actually, 30s. A lot of times I'll go out with a sweatshirt and just jogging pants because I know I'm going to be shoveling or working up a sweater anyway. So right, I don't even put on the big cover hauls a lot of times anymore, especially when you start getting used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to going to work and stuff. I'd take my jacket and leave it in the car, but I just wear a sweatshirt or pullover or something. And then when it got below 32, then I'd start getting a little warmer clothes on. But if it was above 30, ain't nothing.
Well, Walking Lightly, you can click on our channel and go to the live stream. It is going right now, and you can see the snow. And the goats and chickens have been inside. I opened up the door once when the goats, while it was snowing, and that big snowstorm came, and they stuck their head out like, "What's going on out there?" So yeah, the 24/7 is back up. You can check out the snow.
Yeah, the chickens don't usually mind the snow. They'll peck at it, get moisture out of it like they're drinking water. Or
goats are spoiled.
The goats are kind of spoiled. They don't like getting their hooves all cold and wet, I don't think, but they do go out once in a while. But yeah, the Gremlins is a good Christmas movie, believe it or not. That's set at Christmas time.
And yeah, also if you're ever bored and check out the 24/7, there's several times I get the goat cam. We got 2 cameras out in the barn. So if it's too windy outside and there's nothing going on, I'll switch the camera over and everybody can watch the goats running around on the inside. Yeah, he is in Mexico. Yeah, Walking Lightly in Mexico. Oh yeah, we've been born and raised in Illinois.
I was born and raised in the town we're living in now.
Yep. My hometown is about 35 minutes away. Oh, we got tacos.
Ooh, I thought about tacos for tonight, but we kind of, between me going out and getting stuff ready and taking a couple batteries out and bringing them inside to put them on battery tenders for the winter.
We can do it tomorrow. That's going to be cold going to get tacos. It'd be cold.
Yeah, you'll have to go.
Huh?
You'll have to go.
Oh. Yeah.
What do you mean, yeah? Come on.
Come on.
Come on now.
Yeah, we live in, they call it the heart of Illinois, central Illinois, right smack kind of in the middle, but up north. Far away from Chicago.
Yeah, far away from anything.
Oh, the Bishop's Wife Christmas movie. You watched that last year, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I like the Bishop's Wife. I like the original more than the newer one. The original one's awesome. A Christmas Story. I watched that the other day. You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Yeah, he's gonna send us tacos.
All right.
FedEx or UPS. Taxes and fees are on him, but we got to pay the tacos.
I mean, we've never really had true tacos. I don't think we just have the American version tacos. So
Yeah, they're not as spicy and have the spices in it. So I bet their tacos are totally different. He said
that's funny. If I know it's just a joke, but if you send us tacos, we'll send you one of our local pizzas or something.
What? I don't know how that would work.
The Butcher's Wife. Yeah, I've watched The Butcher's Wife. There's a lot of movies over time that I've watched. Just tons and tons of movies and TV shows, and I like watching movies and TV shows.
A Wonderful Life.
Yeah, that one I have not watched this year yet.
You're gonna have to.
I know. My favorite Christmas Carol movie is the one with Alistair Sim. My mom loved that one. Of course, mom grew up in the Depression, so that was in the 40s when that one came out. So that was kind of a special movie for her. And she just loved the way Alistair Sim danced around and goofed around a lot of times. And he was funny. So that's also my favorite. I watched all the Christmas carols with all the different actors that played them. But that one with Alistair Sim is my favorite.
Now everyone's talking about Chicago pizza.
Chicago pizza. See, this one's the one that we get is a deep dish. I mean, it's a stuffed pizza. The original guy that started doing it at our local pizza place used to call it a priazzo, which means pizza pie or stuffed pizza. Jane, did you see my comment, May?
I probably missed it because the chat's flying. Not sure which comment you were referring to.
Well, let's see. We'll bring up so this is our stuffed pizza that we get at the local shop. So it has a bottom crust and a top crust. And the cheese and the ingredients are all on the inside with the sauce. Then you have a top crust and you have another layer of sauce on top.
And Lori Ladd, welcome in. I did not see you come in. I'm trying to scroll back.
Hey, Lori.
I'm sorry, Lori. May, your last one, Gremlins 3 is coming in 2020. Really? Gremlins 3 is coming in 2026.
I did see her post that.
I have not heard that.
And not necessarily a Christmas movie, but the original, I believe, was there was some snowy scenes in The Exorcist. They're remaking The Exorcist, so that I think in 2026 there's going to be a new Exorcist come out.
Ew.
I don't think it's going to be the same as the original or the other ones.
A lot of times they're bad.
They're going to change it up, but it's going to be along that lines. So. And I don't know what it's going to be called. Exorcist, probably something. But they just announced they're going to bring it back.
Wow.
So yeah, that was a stuffed pizza, priazzo. And then this is our favorite taco pizza. Unlike some places that put corn chips and stuff like that on there, this is a straight crust pizza with the sauce, and then you have the lettuce, tomato, cheese, all that good taco ingredients on there. And you can request and add other stuff on there. And you can even change the sauce, I believe, to different sauces if you like. But we just get it the normal way, and that's what it is.
Maybe I'll try black olives next time.
Oh, you could put black olives,
be
green
good.
olives, the onions, whatever you normally put on tacos. And
That would be good.
then this is this standard thin crust sausage mushroom pizza that we like to get from there too. So
Now you
we,
get
the big one though, we only get once in a while because it lasts. I mean, I'll be eating pieces of that at night and lunches, and especially if you get a large.
you can only
my
get one
gosh.
piece. Phew. Man, one piece is enough.
I used to eat 3. But I could, it's weird. If anybody knows Monocle's Pizza, I don't know if anybody, but just like that thin crust pizza, I could, back in the day, I could eat a whole 16-inch pizza by myself. I had to restrain myself just to have leftovers.
That's when you were younger. Just remember how our teenagers ate.
That is, you're true. I mean, I was in my 20s. The first time I had Monocles, I was in my 20s. The very first time. Been from Bloomington, Illinois.
The original Exorcist uncut was banned.
Oh. The Exorcist is the one movie that it just creeps me out. And I've brought it up before on the show. It just creeps me out, especially if I watch it alone. By the time I'm done watching that movie, I am so deep into my head about Satan and demons and all the biblical stuff, that we've been raised on, that I just get in my own head. And it's like, I literally scare myself and don't want to be in the dark going down, shutting off lights, going to bed. That's the one movie that does that to me. And it's all my own fault. It's not because it's anything super. I mean, it was scary when it first came out, but then when you watch it over and over through the years, it's like, all right, but it's still just the thought of the satanic and the demons and taking over. And
nope, I don't like those kind of dark movies.
It just gets in my head, and I'm probably my own worst enemy watching that movie. I scare myself more than the movie does.
My mother loved scary movies, so I was raised seeing them. So as an adult, I avoid the dark, scary movies.
I used to watch scary movies all the time I went to theaters, in high school and college and all that. As a young adult, went and watched them when they came out and stuff, but or watched them on TV, whether it was HBO or Showtime or whatever. But anymore, I don't really watch too many scary movies. Once in a while, I might watch a scene or two when one's on, but
now I'm hungry.
now you're hungry?
Yeah.
You want me to bring up the pizza again?
No. After the show, we're probably going to have to make a turkey sandwich or something.
Oh, a turkey sandwich. That'll go good right before bed. Maybe you'll have sugar plums dancing. All right. It's almost, we've almost been on an hour. Getting close.
Talking about all kinds of stuff.
So let's start getting into some other topics.
Dum dum dum.
See if we can find something to talk about for a little bit. Did you know?
Oh,
I don't know if any of them are did you know, but
did you know?
It could be. It could be. Speaking of Christmas, do you know who this is? One of my favorite cartoon and voice guys. Know who that is?
Yeah, Burl Ives.
Burl Ives.
Yeah.
Plays the snowman on Elf, the voice, I believe, or somebody like him. It's actually another actor, but he uses the same kind of voice as Burl Ives because he was in the original Santa Claus is Coming to Town voice.
Yeah, because the snowman looks like him.
Yeah. What's it? Redbone. The actor Redbone was his. But did you know? Did you know?
I don't think so.
Let's
See things.
Let me get to these are mixed up. I didn't.
I know. I was going to say you're whipping through them awfully fast.
Yeah, I didn't organize them very well. He is buried in Hunt City, Illinois.
Really?
He was born and raised in Hunt City.
Where's Hunt City at?
Then he became a folk song guy and started becoming a little popular and got on the circuit. And then eventually moved out to California or wherever, and made his career in movies and the music industry. Hi, Linda.
Hi, Linda. So Southern Illinois or up by Chicago?
Actually, I don't know. I think I looked it up, but now I don't remember because this has been weeks ago when I found this.
Recall that town.
Hunt City, Illinois.
Hunt City.
So there you go.
Wow. Well, I always liked his voice when I was a kid.
Yeah, I like his songs.
Yeah,
I like his movies. We played the one movie with him and Tony Randall, The Brass Bottle, where he was a genie. So he was also a veteran.
And Frosty the Snowman.
So he was a corporal in the U.S. Army in World War II. Wow. And so was my father. My dad was a corporal in World War II.
So when did he pass? 96?
I think that says 95, but it could be a 6, but I think it's 95. I don't know. So there you go. You can go visit him.
And sing his songs.
Sing his songs. That's right. So do you know why people would leave pencils and all kinds of writing material at somebody's grave? Huh? So there's a particular cemetery that people leave pencils, pens, ink, notes, pieces of paper, erasers, all kinds of stuff at people's graves. Do you know why?
So they can write notes?
So they can write notes? Oh, write notes to
each other?
Write notes to the dead?
Oh. Was it a school teacher?
No, it wasn't. That's a good guess. This is called Author's Row or Author's Gate.
Oh.
So there is a bunch of famous authors that are all right here in this cemetery. So people, for their favorite authors, will leave little mementos of little passages or their favorite lines.
And Walking Lightly, I know you're from Mexico, but have you ever seen the little cartoon, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Burl Ives was the little snowman at the beginning, singing and moving around in the snow. So he was most famous to me anyway on Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the original one.
So here's authors. There it says Author's Ridge. Graves of Thoreau, Hawthorne, Alcott, and Emerson. So they're all right there in that little section. Famous authors. Oh, there you go. OCLT looked up Hunt City.
I don't even know where Jasper County is. Maybe it is down south.
I don't know. I was thinking maybe it was up north of Illinois, but I don't know.
Welcome in, Kyle.
So you can go there and
That's interesting.
see Henry David Thoreau, 1817 to 1872. You can see his tombstone, and some of his wife is there and children, I believe. Then you can venture on a little bit further and see Ralph Waldo Emerson, 1803 to 1882. So some of these names should be familiar to some people, depending on what kind of literature you like to read. So here's Nathaniel Hawthorne, 1804 to 1864.
They're all in the same cemetery.
And then, not to leave the other sex out, here is Louisa M. Alcott, 1832 to 1888. So you can go there and check that out if you're a big book buff and like reading. And some of those might be your favorite authors.
There we go. Walking lightly hungry. You have to go chow down. He'll be back.
Oh, well, that's not fair. I'm hungry. Then let's see. In case you didn't know,
Dum dum dum.
tonight you can see as we're getting ready for the full moon, you can see where the moon meets the seven sisters in Pleiades.
If it don't get, it's been cloudy for how many days?
Yeah, I don't know.
We may not be able to see it if it stays cloudy.
So if you venture outside tonight, tomorrow, you'll be able to see the moon hit Pleiades cluster, and there you have the Taurus, the bull, the constellation that Pleiades is up there and part of. So the moon will be right there next to Pleiades as it's making its journey across the sky. And tomorrow night, the cold moon is the last super moon of the year.
And it's going to be cold tomorrow night.
It is. So there you go. So that's why they call it the cold moon, because it's an actual start of winter, or not winter necessarily, but the cold season, or the cold air and temperature changes. Oh, Lori says she's a Taurus. I'm Sagittarius, so I just had my birthday.
And Gemini, didn't you get snow too? How much do you guys get? Yes, there's tons of people leaving Illinois, to the point the governor threatened to do a exit tax.
An exit tax.
Yeah, and if you sell your house and leave, they are going to tax you for leaving. Yes, Illinois is one of the worst states for property tax.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say it's the worst state for property tax, and it's it's kind of pretty here, but yes, a lot of people are leaving Illinois. So what are you going to say?
OCST Herald said Hunt City is north of Willow Hill and south of Peoria, Illinois.
Oh, okay.
So Peoria is about 45 minutes from us. But our great legislator and governor, as in case you didn't know, while we were all busy watching riots and all that great ICE stuff that's been going on, they passed some legislation for new taxes while nobody was paying attention. So if you buy a gallon of paint from your local hardware store or your big box store, there's an extra Illinois tax added to it now. So if you want to paint your outside house or inside house, it doesn't matter. You're gonna get a little extra money added to the bill.
Yeah, they're hurting for some money. They need more money in their pockets.
Yeah.
And Gemini only got a half an inch.
Half an inch. Well,
Well, I guess it was our area was the main blast.
yeah,
It
it
went
went,
down
it
through
went straight across right below, including Chicago, but below Chicago into Indiana and over got the biggest. So we've been talking about colors of animals lately. Every show, it seems like. So here's another one. The bright purple princess crab just turned up in Thailand, and his color looks almost unreal. The rare species is so vividly violet that it barely seems possible in nature.
Jeez.
So there you go. There's another. See, I said it before. We talk about cryptids and alien species and what they look like and stuff, and yet we have crabs and lobsters and birds and that are so colorful and so that you wouldn't dream of some of the colors that are starting to happen. So are these new species, or they've been around for a long time, or just now starting to find them, or maybe are these alien species? Because some of these lobsters and crabs and birds we've been seeing here, or at least, and I'm assuming this isn't AI. I'm assuming it's a real story. I don't know. I think it is. Some of these sites seem to be pretty reputable. So,
Not to change the subject, but what is that cookie factory around here that's famous? I can't think of the name. They're individually wrapped, I can't think of it. Gemini said that she had cookies from the Peoria. We used to bring them home here.
well, when I was doing heating and air conditioning, I went there a couple times to the plant.
I can't think of the name of the cookie. Darn it. Because I think that's what she's probably talking about.
All right. Yeah, I don't. Because they used to have secondhand shops around here of their cookies. I don't know. Google it.
Google it.
Google it. It's one of the small cookie in Winona, Illinois, right? It's in Winona.
Well, she said Peoria, but I thought the cookie factory's in not Minonk.
Winona, right?
Yeah, I think it is Winona.
But they would ship their cookies not only nationwide, but originally it was this regional. Like, so Peoria would have been one. Yeah, walking lightly. The Kin Panama. That was weird, wasn't it? I saw the black slimy looking thing coming out of the potato or whatever, and that was a whole thing. But I guess that was AI. I don't know. They said it was. He says it was real. Other people said it was real. Then other people are saying it's AI. So I mean, it's hard to tell.
Gemini was a famous Amos. That's not the one that I'm thinking of, though.
No, it had a lady on it.
Yeah, wasn't it? Was it grandma or doggone it?
Mother, Mrs. Carol's Cookies. Never heard of that.
Maybe they don't make these anymore. I don't see them.
Oh, we gotta be that. Just type in Winona, Illinois.
I just did Illinois. I'm going to do Winona. Hold on. Oh, you guys are so stupid. It just says grandma's. What? Maybe it was just grandma's cookies.
Oh, I don't think so.
It's a Mandela effect.
Says a cookie factory, but I know it has more than that because I actually got a badge from there from having to do HVAC work there. But yeah, that's the only one I know of. But there was kind of a Hershey's chocolate there close to Bloomington.
She said yes, grandma. Grandma cookies.
Oh,
And they
all
were
right.
individually wrapped and stuff. We
Okay.
are Groot.
What's that?
Derek just said we are Groot.
We are Groot.
Hillbilly Herb came in. Hi, Hillbilly.
Hey, hillbilly. Yeah, that was a big factory. I went in there and did some work on their HVAC for a company, and they always had mistakes, or not mistakes necessarily in the cookies, but they might not look good to put out on the shelf, or the label might have been printed wrong or put on wrong. So there's nothing wrong with the cookies necessarily.
Hillbilly's got dad cookies up there.
Oh. So those cookies would end up at the secondhand shop, or employees would be able to take them home. And I was able to have some. They gave me some. Then the Hershey's factory, or no, it wasn't Hershey's. It was
Laffy Taffy. It was
Brock's. It was a Brock's factory.
And there was the Laffy Taffy.
Yeah, the Brock's, that was made from the Brock's factory. They did Laffy Taffy at that plant, plus chocolates and other stuff. But we'd have those great big jars of Laffy Taffy. At our work, we would have them almost every day, some kind of Laffy Taffy or caramel apple or lemon, something grape.
Why do we always get on food?
I don't know.
Food and candy.
Candy.
Yeah. Someone say cookie.
Have you ever heard of ring lightning? Ring, RING, lightning.
Oh, I saw a video the other day on it. You're talking about Italy?
I don't know. So normally we see the bolts of lightning like coming down like that, and looks like an upside down tree, but then in some cases you can see a circle of lightning.
Yeah, I see that.
I have never seen one before in the natural, but they say it happens. It's a rare occurrence.
Okay. I was watching a video the other day and it was like a pink ring. And it just happens, like a split second or whatever. The photographer got it and they called it ring lightning. And it happened, I think, last week somewhere around Italy.
So it makes me wonder if those three bolts happening at the same time caused that ring. So it shared energy between them. I don't know.
The bakery's called Treffzingers.
Oh, that's not what I'd have to look at my ID. It has the original name. Of course, I think they've sold a couple times to different companies, but so I don't know if that's the same one in Winona, Illinois, or if that's somewhere else. I think they did make Famous Amos there, or was that Chicago? That might have been Chicago, was Famous Amos.
Famous Amos.
So how about a rainbow storm? Have you ever heard of a rainbow storm? I guess it's a rare incident where you would have rainbow after rainbow after rainbow all at the same time.
I've seen a double, but I sure haven't seen anything like that going the opposite direction. That looks like a portal. It is pretty.
Keebler. I like Keebler cookies.
Yeah, it just looks like a portal.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something to see
Wow.
if you
Yeah,
came
that would
across
be.
that in the sky?
Yeah, that'd be very pretty. Wow.
Crazy. Yeah, that's more than a double rainbow because usually a double rainbow it's just like one on top of the other, and you kind of see a faint image of the other one. Sometimes a little brighter, but that one's all mixed up. Looks like the rainbows are going any which way.
Just seems like you don't see as many rainbows as when we were little.
No,
Probably from all the chemtrails or something, because you just don't seem like you see as many rainbows.
it's probably all the chemicals in the air
Oh,
making
that's what I mean. All the chemtrails and stuff, and
different illusions. And
it's not creating the rainbow effect.
let's see, what else do I have?
Lori says, look up moonbow. Those are cool too.
I have seen them. I have not seen it, but I've seen pictures of a moonbow.
I don't think I've ever seen a moonbow.
So let me ask you this. We've talked a little bit about music tonight and authors and stuff like that. Have you ever heard of, let me see. I lost it.
Dum dum dum.
Oh, Lookout Mountain. Have you ever heard of Lookout Mountain?
I've heard of Lookout Mountain.
Do you know what Lookout Mountain is?
No, I just remember, I do recall hearing Lookout Mountain. Wonder what they're looking
So
at.
Lookout Mountain is in California, right there at the top of Laurel Canyon. And Laurel Canyon was famous for the 60s and artists and bands, members moving out there, and big old musical community.
A makeout spot.
Yeah, I mean that could be lookout, but this is actually a mountain that you go uphill, and at the very top there was a Navy base where all these folk singers and people moved. So this is the building, and this is the Air Force base, and it's called Wonderland.
Wonderland.
Wonderland Air Force Base, and it's on top of Lookout Mountain. And in Wonderland, just like Hollywood, there's a movie sound stage inside this gigantic building. So some speculation is that it's so here's the sound stage and movie stage. So some speculation is this is where Kubrick filmed parts of the moon landing, for the fake moon landing and the extra footage.
Mm-hmm.
That it happened at this Air Force base that has this great big giant sound. I mean, this building is huge. This building, it takes up the whole top, and then you start having houses going down and around all the way down into Laurel Canyon, where all the movie stars and musicians lived back in the 60s and maybe early 70s. So if you can imagine how big this square right here is, where the sound and movie stage was. So supposedly that's where Kubrick did some of the extra footage. And the other weird thing about Laurel Canyon and all these stars and people, that somewhere in, say you had the Birds, the Turtles, the Doors, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, at least one person in every one of those bands, their parents were in the military. So you had the Air Force Base on top with the movie studio and recording studio. So is that why all these families or these kids, when they became adults, took over that whole Laurel Canyon because it was part of a military psyop to
Hmm.
infiltrate the music industry? Because Jim Morrison's dad, he was oh man, he was a rear admiral in the Navy. Stephen Still's dad was in the Navy. Who else? Jackson Brown, his father was in the Navy. He had a place there. But I mean, there's just all kinds of them. Who is it? Tony Mitchell. Her dad was in the military. She was there. She was very popular during that time, living in the canyon.
Hillbilly says Jim Morrison's dad was a heavy hitter.
Oh,
Wendell says they have a lookout mountain in the corner of Georgia, Alabama, and Tennessee.
wow. That's a little different lookout where you can look out over the valleys.
Mm.
This is a lookout where you're in Wonderland and not so sure that what you're seeing is real. So today, there is an actor or kind of a self-proclaimed guru or cult leader, if you will, owns that now. That military base. It was
Really?
sold, it was decommissioned and sold, and he bought his family or he bought it. So I think it's Jared Leto. So you'd have to look him up, Jared Leto. So there's a lot of weird stuff going on up there still today. And there's like I said, you have a recording studio, movie studio, all right there.
Yeah, Christy, I'm smoking Captain Black Madagascar vanilla cigars.
Oh,
Oh. Yeah, we both smoke Captain Black. He likes the sweets and I like the vanilla. So we puff on cigars.
so we know that the free love and power movement back in the 60s that took over San Francisco and the whole valley was part of a psyop that they put LSD. The government released LSD and all that stuff and made it available for the kids. So our government, our military, released that stuff, even though those kids were supposedly protesting against the military and government. The military and government were secretly supplying them with the drugs.
Good night, Daryl.
Night, Daryl. Thanks for coming, buddy. So yeah, look up the history in Laurel Canyon and go down some of those rabbit holes. The military kids, and later in life when somehow they became famous music people, and they all had military dads or family members in the military and high positions.
Hmm.
And they all gathered right there, and they became some of the most famous musicians during that time period. There just happened to be a military base right there, plus a recording studio they possibly could have used. I don't know if they ever did, but it's kind of strange stuff. And supposedly there's a bunch of tunnels coming from that military base going to certain houses,
Most of them do.
certain towns, even outside of Laurel Canyon. They went to certain places all over.
Yeah, Swisher Sweets. Yeah, we started out on some of the Swisher Sweets and the different flavors. Then we came across Captain Black, and it's more like a pipe tobacco. So we just kind of stuck with the Captain Blacks.
Captain Black.
Captain Black. Yeah, Captain Blacks do have cherry, and they've got peach. They got full flavor, but we
I liked the peach for a while. Then I kind of got off of that. And
yeah, you did the Swisher Sweet peach. Yeah. And then you switched over to the sweets, and then I finally found the vanilla. Smells so much better than cigarettes.
Oh, Hillbilly Herb had Captain Black.
Yeah, they got a good taste to them.
Well, like I think you said, they're known for their pipe tobacco,
Hmm.
but they have little cigars with filters on them that we smoke. So
Yeah, they're just like a cigarette. They got filters, so they're not as harsh as a big stogie.
big stogie.
So if they
So I
want,
don't know. We might have to do a whole show sometime with somebody on the Laurel Canyon. And have you ever heard of the 60s scoop?
60s scoop.
Yep. SCOOP scoop.
Well,
Like you scoop something up.
we grew up in the 60s. I never heard of the 60s scoop.
Well, this was in Canada.
Christie's craving cigars.
Oh,
Are you pregnant?
cigars and taco pizza.
Yeah.
So the big swoop was from the Canadian government, basically a welfare or a child's agency, came in and just like we talk about orphan trains, that kind of thing. They came into all the reservations or all the villages of the native people of Canada, the First Nations, and took their children.
Wow.
Wasn't because it was a bad home or because they were abusive parents, or they just came in and took them because they said they wanted to assimilate them into society. So settlers, so people from the US, from other countries that come in are doing pretty well, they would take these children and place them in these homes. And then also the Catholic churches and other religious organizations would house these children until they were placed. So they didn't even wait for them to be placed. They just took them, housed them, and then fed them out all over Canada and some into the U.S. So that is why a lot of people have Native Americans have no heritage, no original language, because they took them away as young. Some of them babies.
Aw.
Some of them under 11 years old, six,
Wow.
7 years old, 5 years old, all the way up to 14 years old.
Good night, Wendell.
Good night, Wendell.
Yeah, that's sad.
So there was 200,000 at one time was displaced into other homes. 200,000 children taken from their families, and so that kind of reminds me of the orphan trains, where all of a sudden all these hundreds of thousands of kids spread out through the U.S. and didn't have their family heritage no more. Or
There you go. I was a 70s scoop. My mother wasn't allowed to keep me, and the courts wouldn't let my father's family take me. I was an orphan for the first month. Wow. This world is getting so dark.
Yep. So I think that's a way that, just like everything else we talked about, the orphan trains, where they take the children so they can bring them up in a society where they're taught the history that they want them to learn. They're taught the language and everything that they want them to learn. So they didn't have any of this other stuff like the Native Americans. You know, they took away all their rituals, all their writings and their ceremonies. Those kids did not get to experience that or learn the language of their native tongue. It was all wiped away. And I think obviously it was done on purpose.
Mm-hmm. Many ways that they erased and wiped out history and changed it. And yep. Yeah, as an adult, you're embraced with the greenest green. Ha ha
Yeah.
ha ha. Oh, doggy woke up. She's tapping around, going up and down the hallway.
Oh,
She's probably thinking, "Where's mom and dad at?"
yeah. So if you can imagine being those poor kids,
Mm-hmm.
some of them probably not even. I mean, they're young enough, or they probably didn't even really know who their mom and dad were.
Well, I still think that's the main reason for the orphan trains is to take them as little so they did not know the history and they can be programmed easier. The parents didn't go along with the plan, so they got thrown into the insane asylums.
Yep.
They didn't want to go with the reset and the whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Basically, New World Order.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So we'll probably do a show on Laurel Canyon and the '60s Scoop or Orphan Train and maybe Clutie Wells and other stuff along that Appalachian folklore and stuff. So I don't know if it'll be with Jessica or maybe Bryce.
Yeah.
Esoteric Atlanta. She likes those kind of stories. So maybe we'll do that with her or I don't know. I think those are some good subjects to go down. There's Riley over in Rumble.
Hey, Riley. He's the only one over there?
It's the only one there so far tonight. Just
Wow.
popped in. I really wish it would be able to come up in the normal chat and we didn't have to have a separate channel up just to see.
Mm-hmm.
Says we got 5 over in Rumble. Of course, I'm probably one of them.
Hello, Rumble.
That was really weird. I got an email from Rumble saying that we reached a new high, 254 followers on Rumble. But when I go to my Rumble, it says 200. So where'd the 50 some people go?
I don't know. So we got any cryptid reports?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I downloaded a couple.
Because we were
So
on.
let's probably spend the next half hour at least doing that and see what else comes up.
All right.
Let's see. I think we did. Matter of fact, I think we did Chupacabra the last time.
Chupacabra. Welcome back, Joe.
So somebody mentioned that we should make a shirt of the Chupacabra. We probably will one of these days.
Yeah, walking loudly. You can go to Rumble, and we haven't done movies lately, but there's plenty of Fridays and Saturdays that we
Yeah, there's a lot. We were doing it almost every 2 days every week.
Lost in Space, and we did X-Files for a while. But there's some good movies over there on the Rumble channel.
Yeah, Riley says Rumble shows 194 followers, but yet I got an email that said we had 254. Or maybe that was a goal they were setting for us. I don't know. Rumble's been kind of slow. Not many followers on Rumble. We're creeping up on 2,000 though here on YouTube. We're doing good on YouTube.
We're getting there.
So we'll have to have just like Christy and Harold, they had their 1 year celebration. We'll probably have a 2,000 subscriber celebration.
Or in March we'll do our 3-year.
Oh, March 3 year. Maybe by March we'll have our 2,000.
That's hard to believe.
Going slow. We've only every time I look once in a while trying to set up shows or whatever or thumbnails and stuff, I'll see the numbers like, man, only gained 2.
And I still can't believe we're even doing this. I never even dreamed of being on camera and doing this. We were a part of this community and modding and got to know. I mean, we got to know all kinds of people in the community and well known. people were kind of bugging us. You got to do a show. Well, we just kind of popped on one day just for the fun of it. And it just kind of took off.
Well, I think as far as Rumble movie night, it was fun for us. We loved having people in chat, but it seemed like we kept getting less and less people showing up in the chat. And that was the fun part for us, to be able to goof around and make remarks about the movie and stuff and have fun. I know we got views on it because people went back later. Some of the movies had 300 views or so.
Mm-hmm.
So the movies themselves did good, but the fun part was hanging out and chat with everybody, and that seemed to kind of wane a little bit. So we kind of took a break. So I don't know, maybe it's time to bring it back.
Christy, 659 for your year is very good. Because I know it took us, well, we were excited to get to 500. And then when we finally got to our 1,000, we went, oh my gosh.
But it seems like as people find you, you start building up and going real fast, and you think, oh my gosh, I can't believe, when like we said, we started out when we got past 100, 200, then finally 500. It's like, oh man, this is awesome. Then all of a sudden it's like,
yeah, that slows down.
The climb to the 1,000.
Then you lose some, then you gain some, then you lose some.
Yeah, you never know if the numbers are right. Just like we're talking about Rumble, are the numbers right? Do they tell us the right numbers? So when you go to our YouTube, like me, if I go to our YouTube channel, it shows one number, but if I go to YouTube Studio, it shows me a higher number. So it's like, okay, what's the real number? Which one is it?
I think I got like 400 and something.
Yeah, Riley says YouTube's unblocking a lot of people. So yeah, that's true. They're starting
they're coming
back
back
to loosen up and bringing people's pages and channels back. And I don't think they're unsharing people's subscriptions anymore like they used to. One week you'll be subscribed to a channel, and next week it won't be there. And I think that's slowly changing. I don't know. That's the only bad thing, is that you don't really know, except for people that show up in your chat, who actually gets notified or who actually follows you or subscribes to your channel. We, as creators, we don't get a list of these people, these 200 people, these 1,000 people are subscribed to your channel. We have no way of knowing the exact number of who everybody is.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like a channel, make sure you show up and chat, and so that way they know you're still there and people support them. I'm trying to figure out where. So I think we left off on Chupacabra for November 19th.
Hey, Lori Ladd just followed on Rumble.
All right, thank you.
And if you're ever bored, we got tons of movies on there.
Yeah, there's lots of good movies that a lot of times you don't get to see on regular TV or movie channels. So we put them out there, and I think we did play. I don't know, maybe we played The Bishop's Wife, but we played The Ghost of Mrs. Muir, Rear Window with Jimmy Stewart. And so there's just a lot of good old movies. They Live. A lot of people, we got a notification the other day for somebody commented that they've heard about the movie They Live and never ever got to see it or watch it. And they actually found it on our channel and enjoyed it. So
that's cool.
So let's start with this guy. I think this is the right guy. Yep, I think this is it. I don't know. So we're going to start with November 21st, 1964. And this is brought to you by, well, it's not brought to you by, but it's Creepy Acres posted this originally, and I swiped it, whatever you want to call it. So this is actually Creepy Acres art and story. And we like to read them. We love the artwork from them. So they're not sponsoring us, or we're not sponsoring them. So this says today in Creepy History, 21st November 1964, 7 a.m. Lake Kyr, Yucatan, Siberia. Biologist Dr. Nikolia Gladkik is a member of the team of the Soviet scientists sent to survey and collect data on a rare mineral deposit in the Yakutia region of Siberia. He awakens early and walks to a nearby lake to collect water. He stands by the water's edge. A creature emerges from the shallow but actively volcanic lake. The blackish blue reptilian animal has a small head, long neck, 4 legs, heavy tail, and 2 supraorbital horns. So right above his eyes, he has 2 horns. Down its spine runs a triangular fin. So he has like a dinosaur looking fin going down his spine there on his back, supported by vertical rays. It eats long grass along the shore. Soon it sinks back into the lake, and Gladkik runs back to the camp. He gathers others and returns the rifle, but finds no sign of the creature. Just patches of flattened grass along the shore. So there you go, November 21st, 1964. So was that like their version of a Nessie? Or something else? All these stories, it seems like whoever sees them goes and runs, gets people, and they come back with guns. Well, if the thing hasn't bothered anybody and just lives peacefully in a lake, why do you got to bring guns to shoot it or kill it? Why not just leave it alone?
Why don't they come back with the cameras?
Yeah.
The guns.
Where's the cameras?
Yeah. Let's shoot the thing.
But all these stories we read, it seems like the town or the people or whatever come back with guns. I mean, it's like Frankenstein. You come back with torches and pitchforks. Poor creatures.
Yeah. Poor creatures.
So let's see. Did this guy have a name? I didn't see it. They didn't say a name in that article.
Nessie's cousin.
Nessie's cousin. So it says possibly living dinosaurs.
Walking Lightly asked you guys saw the last one released on Netflix.
The last one released on Netflix. The red one. Red One's the new Christmas movie that came out last year or 2 years ago. It has The Rock in it.
The Frankenstein movie.
Oh, I saw. I have not watched it, but I saw that it was out.
Ah, so there's a new Frankenstein movie also, huh?
So I guess this guy doesn't have a name. This Nessie wannabe or whatever doesn't have a name.
Just a lake monster.
It's a lake monster.
He said you guys were talking about Frankenstein. Sorry, I forgot to mention the movie title.
Oh, yeah. I did say that they come out with pitchforks and torches like in the Frankenstein movie. They always come in. The villagers always come in with guns and stuff. So here's another water. Here's another water one. November 22nd, getting closer to my birthday, but not wrong year though. 1932.
A glowing spotted eel?
Something like that. I don't know what he is. Let's look at him. He almost looks like the alien guy. Look at the head. Looks like the alien guy on the movies.
Ew.
And he's got glow in the darky spots, and one of his tentacles or whatever that is glowy. So it says,
Roger.
What?
Roger just came in.
Oh, hi, Roger. Oh, Riley said the chupacabra wandered into our woods looking for a moose.
Oh.
Wow. So this says November 22nd, 1932. Marine biologist Dr. William Beebe, 55, descends into the depths of North Atlantic Ocean, 5 miles southeast of Nashuk Island. Nonshuk? I don't know. Bermuda, inside bathysphere. The invention of Otis Barton. So it must be a submergible sub. So it looks like a little sub or something down there that this guy's looking at this creature in. He's got kind of Christmas colors. He's got kind of a pinkish red and a green down there. It's kind of a cool lake monster. He has like Christmas colors. So the spherical one-man deep sea submergible is lowered by a cable and allows Dr. Beebe to dive deeper than any human at that point in human history. At 2,100 feet, Beebe spots something glowing in the dark gloom of the abyss that surrounds him. Outside the vessel's single window are 2 bioluminescent fish. Both have lights that run down their sides and 2 long, twitching tendrils. I would have said tentacles, but tendrils. One end with a blue light while the other ends in red. The creature had pronounced underbites with barracuda-like teeth. At first glance, they resemble common dragonfish, but dragonfish only reach lengths of 20 inches, 50.8 centimeters, while these behemoths are over 6 feet or 1.83 meters long. Soon the 2 giants vanish back down in the inky depths below. They have never been reported again. So there you go. One-time sighting of these Christmas guys.
One-time sightings of a lot of these things.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool seeing underneath the water with little lights on it.
Yeah, in the dark. Could you imagine seeing that in the dark?
Yeah.
Glowy things.
Welcome in, Monica.
Hi, Monica. So that was November 22nd, 1932.
A lot of them are the early 1900s also. I think they're experimenting with things and just releasing little things here and there. And I don't know. There's so many one-time sightings of these creatures and never seen again. Where in the heck did they come from?
So this in the little article that goes with this story says 71% of the Earth's surface is covered in water. The abyssal zone contains 54% of the world's ocean volume. So there you go.
Dum-dum.
Wow. Oh, this looks weird. November 23rd, 1904. So we're getting closer.
1904.
Except 1904s are way wrong year for me, but November 23rd is close to my birthday.
Ooh.
So it says Godfrey H. Anderson is walking through Edinburgh, Scotland, while crossing Princess Street onto Hanover Street. Something catches his eye. About 20 yards away, a horse and carriage stand in front of a large shop. Suddenly, a shadowy shape slithers up out of a nearby storm drain. The black amorphous creature is 4 foot long and about 2.5 feet tall. It begins to ungulate towards the horse with surprising speed, moving like a huge caterpillar. Anderson watches in horror as a dark entity springs at the horse and clamps onto its throat. The horse rears up in terror and is an instantly vampiric caterpillar-like beast simply vanishes before the terrified man's eyes.
Another Dune creature?
I guess. The terrified man, the terrified man's eyes. The horse mysterious attacker still remains unidentified. So they kind of show it like little sandworms. But this is kind of like a ghostly.
And came out of the sewer drain.
Came out of the sewer.
Or the drain.
Attacked the horse and then like disappears, vanishes and it's like a vampiric caterpillar. Poor horse.
Wow.
I hope he was all right. Doesn't really tell us. I guess the horse was all right because it disappeared. So November 23rd, 1904.
Everyone's saying happy belated birthday.
Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, it was right there before Thanksgiving. My birthday was the 24th, and
last Monday.
So it was always good. When I was in school, we usually had that week off or those days off right around my birthday or some. A lot of times on my birthday. My birthday will land on Thanksgiving. Certain years. And then shortly after that, we are off for winter break and Christmas and New Year's. So that was a good time for me. The only bad thing was probably my older sister was November 24th or 25th, and I was the 24th. So she probably didn't like it because I probably stole some of her birthday thunder. Because a lot of times we had our birthdays together growing up. So she probably didn't enjoy it as much as I did. So thank you, everybody. They had a lot of people on Facebook, on our Facebook and in our groups and stuff saying happy birthday. So thank you very much. So let's see, where are we at now? Oh, I see they skipped right over me. November 26, 1930. No cryptid report for the 24th?
Or the 25th, huh?
Huh?
Or the 25th.
No. Nope, not the 25th either. There's got to be one out there. Maybe it's just not reported. Something had to happen on November 24th.
Yeah, you were born.
Yeah, besides JFK. Whole JFK thing. So growing up, JFK was kind of my thing that happened around my birthday. Mom was in a hospital giving birth or in labor with me when he was assassinated, and I was born on the 24th, which would have been, I believe, the day of his parade and funeral progression, not parade, funeral progression and burial. I got JFK silver spoons and silver dollars, stuff like that to go along with the birth year. So
Gemini, my birthday's in March. I'm a spring baby.
But I guess the hospital that we were at actually had a JFK silver baby spoon.
Wow.
So it just so happened that I was born the time around his assassination, and the hospital I was born in actually had a JFK silver spoon in the shop for families to buy. Hey, Bigfoot Dwarf. I didn't see you sneak in.
There it goes. He wasn't playing. Yeah, I saw him come in. Dwarf, they're after you. Dwarf. Welcome in, Dwarf.
So here we have this crocodile something,
anteater,
chimera, whatever it is.
Monica's is Groundhog's Day.
Oh, Groundhog's Day.
Well,
do you ever see your shadow?
Looks like a very, very fat alligator anteater looking thing.
Oh, Riley says his is coming up on the 25th. I'm a Christmas snowy baby.
Monica's going to be 44.
44. Wow. So here we have November 26, 1930. Fox farmer Jerry O'Leary and his employee Charles Gibson find the carcass of a huge creature encased in ice, floating in Glacier Island's Eagle Bay. The body has flippers and reptilian features, but also fur. So it has scales and stuff and fur. That's kind of weird, isn't it?
Scales and fur.
Well, it says reptilian features. I'm assuming scales because I'm going by what the picture looks like that they drew. But it says it also had fur. It has a body 20 feet long, 5-foot head,
Jeez,
a 16-foot tail, and from its head extends a 3-foot elephantine trunk-like appendage. So it looks like a crocodile, reptilian, hairy with a elephant trunk. So I guess picture a crocodile with hair and a elephant trunk.
Just they're just experiments, crossbreeding, all kinds of
Yeah,
things.
was it next to Plum Island?
Mm-hmm.
So it says the men tow the corpse to shore where they slice chunks from it, then hang the meat in a smokehouse, intending to feed it to O'Leary's foxes.
Oh my.
Gibson would describe it as looking and smelling like horse meat. Word of this bizarre discovery travels, and soon W.J. McDonald, the district forest supervisors of
McDonald's.
No, his name was McDonald. So I don't think McDonald served up a hairy elephant crocodile.
You never know.
They might be. I don't know. So McDonald, the district forest supervisors of Chuga National Forest, leads a 6-man expedition to investigate. McDonald finds the animal is shaped unlike any other creature known to have existed anywhere in the region. After its measurements are taken, it washes out to sea and is lost forever.
Oh.
So another one we don't ever see again, or
right.
Poor guy. At least this one didn't get killed. He washed up on shore.
20 feet, that's pretty big.
Yeah. Wow. So there you go. That's November 26, 1930. Some of these don't have names, like Nessie or Patty or any of the other cryptids have little names. Some of these don't. Huh.
At you.
How about November 28th, 1981?
Oh, 81.
81.
Oh.
So Herman Registers, 48, an aerospace engineer for Jet Propulsion Laboratories, and his wife, Kia, 34, sat on a boat back-to-back floating on the Republic of Congo's Lake Tele, or Tele, T-E-L-E. The couple are members of a 23-person expedition that spent 5 grueling days trekking across 40 miles of dense bug-filled swamps and jungles, attempting to be the first Westerners to reach the secluded lake. However, the expedition's true purpose is to investigate reports of a creature locals call Mokili Memba. I think I've heard of that. Mokili Memba. The ones who stopped the flow of the river said to live in the lake. So Makili Memba means the one who stops the flow of rivers. So that means how big it is. Said to live in the lake, description of the creatures matched that of a classic sauropod dinosaur, which some locals claiming is longer than 2 hippopotamuses. Suddenly, chaos spots movement 30 yards away. A slender head atop of a broad neck rises 2 meters above the surface of the lake. Telly's dark, murky waters. The creature now faces the boat, begins moving its head side to side. Kia is startled, but still manages to snap a single photo before the beast vanishes into the lake. Once developed, the photo proves to be underexposed and contains no detail.
Maybe
Wow,
that's what,
she did take a picture, but it didn't do us any good, I guess, other than proving that there was something there.
maybe that's what Nessie and all these things are. Just dinosaurs walk in the lake and they stick their head up out of the water once in a while.
Oh. Yeah, but Nessie makes wakes and you can see humps and like it's swimming.
That thing looks like it has a hump. If he's
I
got a
know.
long tail, if they get up and kind of float for a little bit, you just see the upper part.
Yeah,
The
I mean,
long neck.
it could be exactly the same thing as Nessie is, but
Huh.
usually all we ever see is Nessie swimming or making ripples in the water or wakes.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah, Monica says there's been quite a few weird creatures that washed up on shores. Yeah, that's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they're swapping their DNA and stuff, and they don't quite make it.
I mean, we always talk about that creature that washed up on Plum's Island.
Mm-hmm. They probably live for a little bit, but then they don't make it.
Here, you'll like this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. November 29th, 1953. He's kind of cute.
Oh, mini squatch.
I don't know about it. I don't know about his claws. His claws look kind of dangerous, but
And glowing eyes. Yeah, it looks like a little mini squatch.
so here it says 6:30 a.m. Caracas, Venezuela. Gustavo Gonzalez and Jose Ponch, I don't know, are driving their panel truck freshly loaded with groceries when suddenly they find their path blocked by a 10-foot wide glowing orb hovering 6 feet above the road. So they have a 6 feet above the road, a glowing orb hovering. The men stop to investigate and discover a 4-foot tall dwarf-like being. It has stiff brown hair and a webbed 4-fingered hand that ends in claws. The face is featureless except for 2 red eyes. Gonzalez grabs the creature. Oh, he grabs it. Can you imagine that? He finds even for its small size, it's incredibly light. Then the squat entity swats Gonzalez away with one hand, easily knocking him back 5 meters. So it's a strong little guy. But can you imagine not being scared and just like picking the little thing up? I mean, what did he think it was?
It's like a little Ewok.
But would you pick it up?
No? They have glowing eyes and claws? I don't think so. It's like
I
picking
mean,
up
do you think it's a little gremlin from the movie? And oh, look how cute it is.
It's kind of like Elf going up to the raccoon saying, "Oh, you need a hug," and it just rips them apart.
So he gets knocked back 5 meters.
Jeez.
Ponch watches on as his disbelief when suddenly 2 identical beings emerge from a nearby bushes carrying rocks. So now there's more of them. The 2 entities bolt for the orb, just as the being Gonzalez tried to grab leaps at him, slashes with his clawed hands. Terrified, Gonzalez tries to stab it with his pocket knife, but it merely bounces off. Just then, another creature emerges from the orb and paralyzes Gonzalez with a beam of light emitted from the unknown device. The little hairy beings retreat into the orb, which then shoots up in the air and vanishes behind some tall buildings.
Wow.
The attack is reported to the police. 3 similar attacks would be reported that year.
Wow.
There's all kinds of stuff in this thing. A
Man.
little hairy, red-eyed, glowing thing with claws, and
He's not that cute.
evidently was light enough to pick up. And we had a glowing orb blocking the road, and then we had more of the same identical creatures showing up. And then a beam of light that paralyzes the people. That's crazy.
Wow. And welcome in Jackie from New Zealand.
I think this is the best one I've read this year, but other than Space Penguins.
So good morning, Jackie.
Oh, the Kentucky Goblins. That's what Dwarf is saying.
Oh.
The following year was the Hopkinsville, Kentucky Goblins. So there you go. Maybe it's connected.
So anyway, Zemek from New Zealand came in, Jackie. Pretty sure her name is Jackie. I think it's Jackie. Let me know if I'm wrong. Pretty sure it's Jackie.
What? What'd you say?
I said, I'm pretty sure Zemek's name is Jackie from New Zealand.
Oh.
So if I'm wrong, let me know, but I'm pretty sure it's Jackie. So good morning, good morning, good morning. From the other side of the world.
Yeah, Riley was talking about the other one we showed that dinosaurs are still found in Africa. Yeah, there's that central part of Africa where the lakes and swamps are. There's areas that people don't ever go to except for maybe the natives there. And they say they see dinosaurs still. So this guy doesn't have a name either.
Hey, I was right. Her name is Jackie.
All right. So I think this is the last one, and it is midnight.
Wow, you guessed
We're doing good. So this is December 3rd, 2004.
That's a creature?
I guess that's a creature, whatever it is. At first, I thought maybe it was Mothman, but I don't know what it is.
2004.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this says 6:30 p.m., Ashton, West Virginia. An unidentified man and woman are on their way to set up for an art show in Huntington, West Virginia. As they snake down Route 2 next to the Ohio River, they cross the railroad tracks just outside Ashton. Suddenly, they notice something flying over the river. It's a grayish and shaped like a manta ray. However, it is no discernible head or face. So it looks like a manta ray. So I guess that does look like a manta ray.
That'd probably be an aquatic being that Mr. E talks about that came down too low.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Man, that'd be kind of creepy looking up and seeing something like that hovering over your head.
So it says it seems almost translucent like a jellyfish. Its wings are ragged and tattered, and they span wider than the road. The strange being sweeps through the air, weaving its figure 8 patterns before abruptly darting towards the car, only to veer away at the last second.
Wow.
Its motion is not bird-like. Instead, it resembles the movements of something swimming in water. Finally, the bizarre creature crosses the road and vanishes into the darkened night without a trace. So that does sound like what Mr. E was talking about.
Yeah.
On our show about
these aquatic giant beings that are way, way, way up there in the
atmosphere, and sometimes it comes down into our sky or atmosphere to feed on other little Just kind of like a whale or any other thing in the ocean where they open their mouth and just suck up all the little fish and things that swim in the water. These things do it in the sky. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
December 3rd.
Yeah, it's definitely different from most of their other ones. Wow.
And that's the last one we have for the night.
Dum dum dum.
Dun, dun, dun.
Now we got anything?
I do not have anything.
Oh.
I talked about everything that I had written down for tonight. And a couple things I mentioned that I wasn't really going to talk about, but I thought they'd make good subjects to talk about someday. So we talked about the 60 scoop and Christmas Eve where animals talk and the wishing trees and Cootie Wells, which I think could be good shows on their own talking about stuff like that.
Oh, we got a question.
What?
Walking Lightly wants to know, guys, what are your thoughts on the 3-eye atlas? I don't quite know.
I think it's just a big giant rock flying through the air. I don't think it's a spaceship or aliens or.
I don't even know if it's really up there or if this is a psyop. You know, I mean, I don't know. I question everything these days. There's so many different, thoughts and people's beliefs. But, the first time we saw a picture or whatever, and Jessica on her show showed it, and we all said it was a space turd.
All right. I got something I wrote down, and I was going to do it. I was planning on doing a show sometime with somebody, but we can just bring it up now. It's kind of like a conspiracy theory, yes or no questions.
Dwarf saw a green comet tonight.
Awesome. I wish I would have saw it.
Yeah, man.
What's that mean? Sometimes when you see certain colors or like Haley's comet, the Christmas comet, maybe it means something.
But if we're listening to NASA and a professor from Harvard, can we really believe any of those people, what they're saying? It's usually the opposite. And I still say from the very beginning, if there's anything heavenly coming down, you really think our government around the world are going to say, oh, it looks like something from heaven coming down? No, they're going to tell us that it's aliens and scare everybody and have everybody come together like Independence Day and shoot the thing down. So who wants to play conspiracy theories, true or false? Conspiracy theories, true or false?
Yes or no? Do you believe it? Did it happen? That kind of thing. Do you guys want to play, or do you want me to save this for some other time?
Go for it.
I was asking everybody in chat.
Oh. And yes, the thing will be here around the 19th. There's a countdown on the internet someplace. You can have a countdown to when Atlas is supposed to be the closest to the Earth. New Age people think they're going to be taken and upgraded with their frequency and vibrations. And just, who knows? I guess we'll find out here in a couple weeks. Before you know it, it's going to be the 19th.
All right. Sounds like everybody wants to do a little conspiracy. All right.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
So most of these are yes or no questions. Probably yes or no for all of them. Well, we can go deeper into it if we want. But did we go to the moon? We talked about that tonight, about Lookout Mountain and Wonderland. Did they film the fake moon landing in Laurel Canyon?
I say no, we did not go to the moon.
I think we have. I honestly think we have, but I don't think we went when we said we did. I don't think in 1969 we made it to the moon.
I don't see how they got through the radiation belt.
I don't know.
And
Maybe.
how much gas.
When I say we made it to the moon, I'm thinking maybe super soldier space program or something, not NASA.
Maybe
But-
up to a Stargate or something, but not through a rocket, you mean?
Yeah, some
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah, not with a rocket, but probably through a Stargate.
But as far as NASA in 1969 and the moon missions, I say no.
Right, I'd say no. One of the main things is people keep saying what they do, have the camera crew fall down first so they can film at land and stuff like that. There's just so many
So we got
things.
we got a no. No. Nope. No, but China did.
Ah,
Not with a rocket.
right.
Yes, we went to the moon. Roger.
I think one of my biggest things was how clear the phone conversation was with the astronauts and the president. And we can't even get a good internet signal now. So, I mean, there's just no, and there was no delay or anything. Even now, we have a delay on what we're saying now, and it's not going to be on YouTube for a few seconds behind, 30 seconds, something like that. How was that such a clear phone conversation with the president and the astronauts? So I say no.
So it looks like most of them said no or not like they told us. And Riley over on Rumble said yes. I believe they even went to Mars. So that could be part of the secret space program. Because I believe we went, but I don't think we went during the mission. At least not the first, however many Apollo missions. I don't think we did. So I don't know. I'm a no. Did Oswald kill JFK, the lone gunman?
Nope.
I say no.
Nope. Yeah, I say no.
I think there was multiple shooters, and I think the CIA and government and whoever else was involved in it. All right, we're getting a lot of no's.
Mm-hmm.
I should have had YouTube up and done a real survey. But then I'd have to type all these in.
Oh, you mean a poll?
Yeah.
We haven't done a poll in quite a while.
Riley says no CIA and foreign government did. So no, CIA and foreign government did. All right. Oh, yeah. Cosmic Joe says killed by the World Bank and Federal Reserve.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, OCST, Cuba and the mob. Said there's all these theories out there about who did. So even though we say Lee Harvey didn't do it, we're not really sure who else was involved and did it. Were they all working together? Was the mob, the government, the CIA, or the Cubans, the Russians? Were they all involved in this? Or was it just Johnson having people inside the government take him out?
Well, they always have these.
So he could become president.
They always have these young amateur kids being the shooters, and you're saying that they're more of a better shot than some of these professional snipers we got? My goodness.
Zamek says no, but he's getting in his car to go to work, so he won't be able to vote. All right.
Stay safe.
Yeah, cover up with different fronts. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you had the grassy knolls. You had people saying that shooting happened from different areas. People said bullets whizzed by their head. People said one guy was from the sewer drains, and people said the shot from way up on the book depository was unbelievable for the amount of time he had to shoot the shots, and from the gun that he had, experts had a hard time believing that it could even be done. So I'm a no. I think it was multiple people, maybe multiple factions all involved to get this pulled off. Yep, I seen people think the driver turned around and shot him.
Hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah,
Weird stuff happened around JFK's assassination.
that's been a big cover up.
All right.
Next.
Power bankers sank the Titanic to create the Federal Reserve.
Yep.
Yep. I'm a yes on that also.
They killed a bunch of the other ones so they
They
can
got
get
they got
power.
all the influential people that were fighting for the one world bank, the Federal Reserve, and they took them out.
Riley's chat hopping. Guess he was lonely over there in Rumble.
Well, I tried to include him, but he just can't. You guys can't bring up his comments, or other
Right.
people can't see his comments. That's the only bad thing about Rumble and StreamYard and YouTube. They're not getting along, so I don't know.
Like siblings.
Yep, everybody's pretty much saying that the Titanic was sunk, and I don't think this is on here. But I also went down the rabbit hole. Was it actually really the Titanic, or was it the sister ship that was getting ready to be
I heard that.
tore apart and scrapped?
Yeah, I
So
heard
did
that.
they sink it in place of the Titanic to collect the money? Because you see different photos of the underground or underwater, and the windows don't match up for the Titanic, but they match up for the sister ship.
Yeah, I heard that too. Hmm.
Oh, there you go. Lori said, "Yep, the ships were swapped."
Mm-hmm. Isn't it funny that once you start waking up to conspiracies, you can see the truth in so many other conspiracies?
Yeah, I mean, where does it stop? When is it not a conspiracy? There's always something in it. I mean,
Mhm.
even if it did happen, who's saying what was behind it and why it happened? Because we obviously know the Titanic sank or a ship sank.
Mhm.
But why? And who was behind it? Was it for the Federal Reserve? Was it because the company wanted to get extra money off of scrapping an old ship that they
Mhm.
would have took a loss on?
I believe certain elite families knocked out some people so they can stay up there at the top.
Because there was a lot of wealthy people on that ship that didn't like they kept holding back on the reserve.
I agree, walking lightly. Outdated behaviors look in the current days. I just question everything.
We always bring this up, or other people bring this up, talking about stuff. Do reptilians rule the world? Are they really behind the governments? Are they the one pulling the strings?
Yes.
I think there's reptilians in our government,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know if they're the ones ruling the world or not. But I think they're calling a lot of shots.
I think they're a part of the royal family that's ruling the world.
Oh, that's
So yes, I
that's a
think
whole another one.
think they're a part of the fallen angels, and they made a deal with them in the 40s or so. And there's all kinds of things that happen around the late 40s, kind of like a little mini reset.
Oh, Riley says, I believe bugs. They're not aliens. White Draco, skin suits. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, we always, every time we get on that subject or people talk about reptilians and all that, we always get into the same stuff. You know, they're wearing suits or masks or clones, or they're calling the shots behind the scenes, and our leaders are doing what they telling them to do.
So yes, I believe
Oh yeah, part
reptilians.
of the Royals. You mentioned that, and Lori agrees.
And they're shapeshifters, and yeah,
Yeah.
they're the conspiracies of most of the governmental people, and them they're shape-shifting reptilians.
All right. Everybody get their vote in? I think so. How about we live under a firmament or dome? So that's kind of like the flat Earth kind of thing, but it's worded we live under a firmament or a dome.
Firmament or a dome?
Well, a firmament or a dome,
Oh,
same thing, just different word. I mean,
I
it could be a glass dome, it could be a vapor barrier,
for
it could be
years
an atmosphere. I don't know, however you want to describe it. Haven't heard this one before. Kind of goes along with flat Earth.
flat Earth has the dome or a firmament around it, and they do say that some of Elon Musk rockets go up there. If they blow up, they're hitting the firmament. Um,
The dome.
that could cause division, fights in chat for that one.
Oh, it's just a general question. You don't have to agree with it or not. You can just say yes or no, or I believe it, don't believe it. I mean, we're not trying to debate each other.
Right. So
it's just a fun little thing that I saw that I thought, you know what? And I started adding my own to it even. Just fun thing, conspiracy theories or facts that we think are real or not real. And
see, I've gone down the rabbit holes. Do I know for sure? No, but there's good positive facts of the flat Earth and the dome, but there is good facts of the round Earth and space and planets. They both have good and pros and cons. My main thing is we've lived in this house for 21 years. The constellation stars have not changed at all. They spin around in a circle throughout the year and then every single night. So if we're spinning through space, everything's spinning through space. We're all going the exact same speed, no matter what size the planet and the star is. That's where I kind of go, it does possibly seem like we're in a dome and these stars we're stationary and the stars are spinning around. Do I know for sure? No.
I think I've always grown up believing that we lived on a globe because that's what we were taught, and that made most sense. But now that I look at all this stuff, I think there's times where the laws of dynamics and the laws of the universe change. And I think the flat Earth theory fits. And sometimes I think the globe theory fits, depending on what the probability or whatever's going on. So I think I wonder if it's a dimensional thing. I wonder if it's.
Well, I've said that too. We may not be flat or round. We could be just in a realm. We are in 3D. We're in a dimension. And they keep talking about inner dimensions. Well, does that mean there's planets and stuff in the different dimensions? So, are we in a realm? But I've said, we even said this the other day on the show with Jessica. If you believe in flat or round, it doesn't really matter. We're someplace together. And I wish that we would focus on that, and not go, oh, you flat earthers, and people, kind of mocking and scoffing each other. Don't laugh at what other people believe. We could be flat earth. We could be round. We could be nothing. We could be a video game, a Matrix. A lot of people are kind of thinking that. But I don't know. I'm the last couple of years going down some of these rabbit holes, I'm leaning more towards more likely the flat earth, not really fully flat like a plate, but the ice wall and land past the ice wall. I mean, there's just so much possibilities.
Yeah, Hillbilly Herb said maybe it's a quantum thing. The world is a sphere in some sorts of reality.
Some say we're donut shaped, and that's what kind of causes the inner Earth theory, and the North Pole and the South Pole having holes. They always talk about the northern lights. Well, there is southern lights too. It's like these lights are coming out of the inner Earth. So, don't know.
Oh yeah, Lori's talking about the oceans actually being the sea is deep space. Yeah, I've heard that too. That's why, it's really weird that NASA all of a sudden starts talking about how the astronauts have to have scuba gear. It's like, well, if you're not if you're in outer space, why would you have to have scuba gear? You already have oxygen suits. Why would you have to have scuba gear unless you're going down in the oceans? But anyway, all right.
No,
How
that's
about
a
the
good one.
Egyptians? The Egyptians didn't build the pyramids. Do you believe the Egyptians built the pyramids? Yes or no?
No,
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
they did
they
either.
I don't think they built them. I think they're a part of the old world for
They
electricity.
were here long before the Egyptians.
Well, another thing about the flat Earth that I make a good point. You know, if we got satellites out there in the space station, why are they not filming an airplane landing upside down in Australia? If they're able to zoom into Earth and stuff. So wouldn't that be that if it was actually round, they're down there, wouldn't the plane be landing upside down? Just food for thought.
I don't know.
Yeah, donut. Yeah.
So I say the Egyptians discovered the pyramids. I don't think they built them.
Well, I think when we were younger, you know, they're focusing that that's where the pyramids were. Then all these years we're discovering, oh, there's pyramids all over the whole world. Does that mean Egypt went around the whole world and built all of them?
I don't know.
So yeah, I think there is more mystery to the pyramids with all their alignment. Yeah, like Derek said, the alignments of the stars and everything.
So this one goes back to, I can't remember who said it. They mentioned it earlier. Inner Earth. Did Admiral Byrd go into Inner Earth in Antarctica? Is there an Inner Earth?
I'm starting to think yes, there is. Too many tales of like Shangri-La and what's the other one that they call? Or I think the same place with a different name.
Yeah, I know. Shambhala.
Shambhala. So yeah,
Paradise.
I'm thinking that he found an entrance.
I think there's an Inner Earth. I think there's more than one, actually. I think there's probably different levels.
And I think there's something up at the North Pole also that they don't want to talk about. They keep wanting everybody's attention on the South Pole. Well, the North Pole has no fly zone, and old maps show that there is a massive, gorgeous land up there. So I think there's some hidden stuff up in the North Pole also that they're covering up. They know.
Hillbilly Herb says maybe there's a toroidal field between poles, creating a portal. We've talked about that, about portals and all that stuff. And Walking Lightly says Operation High Jump, which we know all about that, and Admiral Byrd and High Jump.
And yeah, him finding this massive land that was just luscious, bigger than the United States down there. Well, that kind of goes along with the land past the ice wall. If he did get up and go past that ice wall, he found land past the ice wall. So a lot of these old maps could be very accurate. And that's why they're down there. And that we brought that up a couple weeks ago. All right, Australia, South America, New Zealand, all these places down there, they're warm climates, aren't they? But you know how close they are to the South Pole? That's supposed to be 50, 100 below, snow, ice, freezing. Or are they just showing us footage of Alaska or someplace like that? I mean, why is it just, you look at the globe even, they are right there and then boom, instant, it's ice and freezing cold and nobody can survive down there. Another food for thought. Erin Elizabeth. She's his granddaughter.
Oh, yeah, I think I remember that show. There's lots of people we'd like to interview, but we're not a big channel. So a lot of times, people like Erin Elizabeth or uh, Roosevelt's granddaughter, Laura Eisenhower.
Laura Eisenhower.
And she said she would come on her show. I got a hold of her and she said she would, but then we lost contact or she forgot. She said she was going on vacation. She'd get back a hold of me as soon as she got back. Well, never did. And so then the airplane pilot that first saw the first UFO and called it a flying saucer, his granddaughter's out there doing a tour, and I thought about having her on, but some of these people are out there, and I get it. You know, they're famous now because of their dads or grandfathers, and they're on a circuit and selling books, and this is some of them, it's their livelihood, so they don't want to come on small channels like us, and when they can be getting maybe book sales or something else. I don't know. Anyway, here's a good one for you. Did Paul McCartney die in 1966 and was replaced by somebody else?
I was just watching a show last night and they were talking about that. That's funny. Yeah, I think the real Paul McCartney died and they replaced him as soon as possible.
Cosmic Joe says he has lots of stories, but I don't have a book. I don't have a book either. I like telling stories, not necessarily. I shouldn't say stories, experiences or beliefs, I guess.
Yeah, we haven't written a book yet, though.
I am the walrus. Yes, yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Derek says maybe on that one.
It's a good, compelling story. Mm-hmm. I mean, it really is. I mean, all the stuff, the Sgt. Pepper's album, Abbey Road, where they're walking and he's barefoot and out of sync with the rest of them. And ooh, Riley says no. That really could. I mean, it could really be Paul McCartney. I don't know. But it's just one of those things. The more you read, it's like, well, maybe that fits. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, cover of Sgt. Pepper's.
Mm-hmm.
Rubber Soul. Abbey Road. A lot of hidden stuff in their songs. You play the song backwards and it says Paul is dead.
But will they ever?
All right. I think everybody said yes. Maybe a couple people, not sure. Lizards. Why do lizards always come? Lizard people always come up.
Damn lizards.
Dang lizards.
Lizzy people.
Maybe that's why he got crowned to be a knight, because he got replaced by a reptilian, and so they knighted him. The real Paul McCartney probably wouldn't have been knighted.
Yeah, Walking Lightly says, missed a question, sorry.
Oh.
Many songs and album covers have clues to him being dead. Yep.
Yep, I agree.
Oh, wasn't it the first one was not, he was right-handed, but the other one was left-handed? Isn't that part of it?
The thing is, you see, well, no, I don't think it was that. Maybe. That could, I don't remember that, but I remember them showing pictures of the wrecked car. I remember showing pictures of childhood up to when they created the Beatles, and then pictures after that where the nose and eyes and mouth didn't look the same, which people change over years, but that wasn't that many years in between those photos, so it's kind of weird. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying it's weird.
Isn't Aleister Crowley on the cover of Sgt. Pepper's?
Yeah, Sgt. Pepper's has all. I mean, it has Marilyn Monroe. It has, I mean, all kinds of people on there. And there's clues on the album itself, you know, about Paul is dead, and it looks like a funeral and flowers, and I don't know. If you just like you just watch the show on it, if you watch enough shows, it's like, oh, I don't know, maybe. they're pointing out a lot of stuff that could be coincidental, or maybe they're reading more into it, but at the same time, it's like, well, maybe. Yeah, lovely reader, meter maid.
Hmm.
All kinds of talk, like the song "Dear Prudence." There's all kinds of little hints and stuff in. I don't know.
I keep thinking of "We all live in a yellow
Yeah,
submarine."
that's Ringo. That don't count. All right, I think we covered that one. So
Yeah,
let's national parks. Are they off limits because they're hiding cryptids?
Na-
Or national parks created to hide cryptids?
I say cryptids and underground military.
Well, there could be other things in there, but it's just mainly you talk about people where a lot of stuff happens in national parks, and Bigfoot and all that
I'd say
seem
yeah.
to be in national parks. Is that why they were really created? So you don't have to read too deeply in it. It's just like, oh, protected. Yep, that's another part of it, that they're
Hmm.
being protected. Harold, yes.
And not solely cryptids.
No, there's other stuff, but we're just talking about in general. This is our government or national forestry or whoever you want to say is created national parks to keep things hid, protected. So we have a buffer zone, or they can close certain sections of the park down. That kind of thing. Bigfoot says no. I thought you would have been a yes.
All right, well, just gorgeous areas that they knew they could make a crap load of money off of them.
See, the only reason I think that the cryptids are, hi Rosie.
Hey, Rosie.
The only reason I think they were created for to hide certain things or things they didn't want us to see, because then they would have control of the land and where we go and can't go. But Teddy Roosevelt, was a big outdoorsman and lumberjack in his early years, and wrote in a story about supposedly somebody told him of an experience they had with a hairy man or wild man, basically Bigfoot. But supposedly that's his experience, but he wrote it as a third person. So he becomes president and is involved in creating all these national parks. So was it because of him and the experience of Bigfoot that the national parks were created? So that's why I think they were created, to protect or buffer zone or however you want to say it. Yep, Lori Roosevelt bombing.
That was a good one.
Yeah. All right. Now this is kind of a multiple one. It deals with free energy, where people who invented stuff or found out about free energy and was killed by the government or whoever, like the guy that invented the water car that could go hundreds of miles on a gasoline engine that ran on water, or the guy that created the device that made free energy. All these inventors were killed or disappeared. Or so do you believe people were killed to prevent free energy technology to get out to the public.
And other things. They know how to eliminate and tell people to shut up permanently. Or like Rosie said, bought off.
Bought off, killed and jailed.
Yep.
Yes. Yep. I think so too. Especially the water car guy. But there's all kinds of inventions if you look deep enough that never came to existence, or oil companies bought them out, electric companies bought out the patents, and the person ended up dying or disappeared, or all dealing with free energy or a better way.
Well, yeah, because they would lose their pocket money.
Absolutely. All right. I think everybody's saying yes or maybe, possibly.
Shut them down, boys.
We can't be having none of that go on. All right. Now this one's kind of controversial depending on how you look at it.
Uh-oh.
And so don't read anything in it. We're not going that way tonight. It's just that, do you believe the millennial reign has already happened?
Where'd you get these questions? Did you make them up yourself?
A lot of them I made up myself or found them, or things that I've always thought about or read about, or so some of them were on a list and some of them I added to it. So this would be like along the second or the short season. Do you believe the millennial reign already happened?
Well, after studying Tartaria for so long, and the cathedrals and the star forts and everything else, and we cannot figure out how in the world did these things get made, the pipe organs, even grand pianos, other instruments, just the frequency windows alone in the cathedrals, how they were perfectly geometrically shaped. Yes, I'm leaning towards the millennial reign did happen. And they're hiding it, saying it was the medieval time.
So basically, if you're a Christian or know anything about the Bible, the millennial reign is when Christ comes back and we live 1,000 years of peace and all this great, wonderful thing. So some people say the millennial reign already happened, and that's why we have all these fabulous buildings that we call mud flood or Tartarian buildings of all this all this technology to build these wonderful buildings, and we can't do it today, just like the pyramids and just like everything. So they're saying the millennial reign already happened, and that's why we got all this technology that free flowed. So we had free energy, we had all these fabulous architecture, we had all this food and wonderful period of time that already happened. Then that's why we have all these buildings left, and people are saying they built them or discovered them or whatever.
Well, they say they built them in the 15, 16, 1700s. No power tools, no cranes, no trucks, pillars of marbles and granite, way up high. All these giant bells that were made people look like ants. How'd they get them way, way, way up there? Some people saying, oh, they did it for frequency. But, that is a conspiracy that is out there now. I don't know if it's a conspiracy, but it does say after the 1,000 years, Satan is loose for a little season to rule and reign and to deceive the world into fighting against God. Well, it does seem like we've been deceived for 250, 500 years.
Because every generation I've lived through, from my parents, grandparents, and all that, every single one of them always says the world's getting wickeder and wickeder as we go. So that kind of leads up to, okay, are we in the little season of Satan? But I don't know. That's just what seems to be happening, and that's just a theory out there that the millennial reign already happened, and some people say no, other people say yes. So it's kind of like a flat earth round earth kind of deal?
Mhm.
We don't know.
Well, right. The main traditional teaching since, the last 100 years or so is we're at the time that there's going to be an antichrist, 7-year tribulation, Armageddon, and then 1,000 year. So they're saying that's where we are in the timeline. Well, they've been lying to us about everything else, and they're destroying these buildings and hiding evidence and stuff, calling it the medieval times. Are we in the very end? Are we in that time that the millennial reign was finished? Buildings remain, and Satan is deceiving everybody. Don't know.
Don't know. So it's not a thing to draw division. I mean, we're not trying to do that.
Right.
We're not trying to be religious. It's just a thing that's out there. Us as Christians that have been grown up in the church our whole lives, we're thinking that the millennial reign is still yet to come. But now there's the speculation talking about Tartaria and mud floods and all this technology that happened way before that we can't reproduce or can't do. But then yet we still got technologies flowing from that era today. I mean, computers, phones, cell phones, satellites, whatever.
Airships.
I mean,
it ties along with the orphan trains and people getting thrown in the sane asylums because they did not want the old history to be known. There's all kinds of different things around it. So
anyway, it's just a thought, just a theory out there, just for fun, asking these questions. I mean, I don't know.
Well, it's kind of like the flat earth and round earth. There is Christians fighting a pre-tribulation rapture, mid-tribulation rapture, no rapture, post-trib. They're all fighting amongst each other and saying, oh, you mid-tribbers, oh, you pre-tribbers. Well, now it's the same thing. Now this little season teaching is out. It doesn't matter what people believe. Let's not attack each other or what they believe. Everyone goes down their old rabbit holes. Do I know for sure? No, but it's definitely an interesting thought. And it would explain these buildings and a lot of other things.
Yep. Yeah, Lori said the same thing that you just said a little bit ago. It's definitely a head scratcher. Pics of horse and buggies and dirt streets, yet they had these great big buildings of stone,
Marble and
granite, and marble, and
that stuff is heavy. Even just a small sphere is heavy. But how did they haul and move giant pillars and put them, 2-3 stories high? All the carvings of some of these places with no mistakes. And that was done in the 15, 16, 1700s. It's almost impossible.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Hillbilly Herb talks about all the architect and archaeological underwater discoveries.
Mm-hmm.
So we got all these temples and pyramids and great things and statues that are underwater.
Right.
So how long ago was that?
So I just know that we've been lied to about so much. And oh my gosh, we're going to have to change the subject.
Why?
2 deer are coming up. But where are they going to go? The deer corn's not over there. You won't have to change. They're probably going to keep on going past.
All right. Let's move on to the next one.
He went to where there's 3 deer.
Where the old corn used to be?
He is in the garden trying to get in the snow where the deer corn and the apples are.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
So should we watch it or you want to keep going?
They're moving on.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to stay. But anyway, no matter what people believe, just believe what you want to believe. Don't.
So like I said, we're not trying to cause division. We just think these are fun questions, and it's things that I know me and James talked about or contemplated. Not saying that any of it's true or we don't know, but we like to talk about this stuff, and that's usually what the community likes to talk about.
You mentioned
anyway, really, like I said, we're not trying to preach, not trying to divide anybody or start a fight or anything. So we just love everybody's opinions. You can believe it, yes or no. Doesn't matter to us. We just thought this would be a fun thing to do. So
Walking Lightly says, you mentioned something really interesting with the churches and how they were changed with frequency in place. Mess with the ley lines.
Oh yeah.
And Donkeys Incorporated. Yeah.
Yeah, we brought that up in many shows about how the cathedrals and temples were built in a specific way and bounced the frequencies from the pipe organs and the stained glass windows, and the sun goes through it and the bells ringing. It was all for healing and for peace. It wasn't necessarily to bring you any closer to God. I mean, that's what we think churches are for, to become more spiritual. But at the same time, is it for healing your bodies, to make you whole? And then the bells ring out through the city. Even if you don't go to church, you still got that frequency to ward off demons or whatever and to heal your body.
Well, we all know the elites rule the world. Well, look who took all the cathedrals around the whole world. The Vatican. They're cathedrals. They're Catholic. You really think they built all those? I don't know. It really is a head scratcher. You know, it does make you kind of think like, huh, you know, did they lie to us about the timeline? And are we at the very, very end? And then you hear people say, yeah, but we're waiting for Christ to return. Well, if you read the Bible and Revelation, Christ does return at the very, very end. It's called Gog and Magog. So it does seem like we're leading up to this crazy, massive war, you know, and instead of waiting for 7 years and 1,000 years and then the Satan's little season, which no one knows how long that is, we could be at the very, very end. I'm open to it, you know, with an open mind. We could be. Do I know for sure? No. But
that's interesting. Riley said the Pope was in Lebanon yesterday riding in a buggy.
Really? Riding in a buggy. So no, who knows what's, you know, like I said, this could all be a video game and
yeah,
everybody's wrong. But it's just kind of, you know, like I said, food for thought. Just kind of makes you think like, could be possible. We don't know.
That's fun. That's funny, Dwarf. I had a very good childhood and home, but I was a product of the streets growing up. So we were one of those kids that you come home to eat when it got dark and the street lights popped on. But other than that, it was whatever.
He was recently gifted a white horse.
Oh, a pale horse? White horse, pale horse. I don't know. All right, here's a good one. We talked a little bit about this. Do you think Kennedy was actually killed? Or do you think he was off on that island with Jackie Onassis, or the Onassis Island? Remember you see all those pictures of him supposedly in the wheelchair, and
I saw
it goes the same thing with everybody, whether it's John F. Kennedy Jr. or any of these prominent people that supposedly died. And a lot of people say, no, they didn't really die. They just wanted to disappear. Or same thing with Elvis. You know, a lot of people think Elvis didn't die. People don't think Michael Jackson died.
There's a possibility that he knew that he was going to get shot and protective program or whatever. There's a possibility. I saw those pictures of that old man, and he did look like him.
Yeah, it's kind of strange that Jackie was with Onassis on the island, and there was some older or some guy in a wheelchair that could have been JFK, but I'm not saying it was, but who knows?
I used to have those tablet somewhere.
Harold asked, did Israel receive the red cow? So I'm thinking the red heifer. They did have red heifers, but I don't know if they passed the inspection or was unblemished.
That's another conspiracy going on. So when they did this practice run of the heifer sacrifice, they're saying that was the last one that was, they did the real sacrifice and the ashes are ready to go. So that's the rumors now, that why would you practice killing a cow They didn't want a war happening or saying, hey, they're doing the cows. It would have caused all kinds of stuff over there. So, yeah, the rumor is that red heifer that they practice sacrifice is the real one, and they're ready to go. So, don't know. Another thing that you scratch your head to go,
Yeah. So here's along the same lines. It says, was Diana murdered by the Queen?
oh,
Do you think the Queen Mother didn't like her being with Jody,
yeah, that's one of the.
the Arab? I can't think of what his name was. Jody
Oh,
Asar. I don't
hmm.
know. But
I,
do you think Diana was taken out by the Queen?
I'm thinking, yeah, I'm thinking the queen did it, the family did it. Yeah,
I think the royal family did too.
yeah. Wow. And these people always get away with everything.
Well, yeah, who's going to do anything? How do you? I mean, unless like us, unless you overthrow the government, how are you ever going to do anything?
Right.
You just got to take it.
Charles did.
I mean, just like J6, January 6th. Do you think that was a takeover, or do you think that was a setup? I think it was a setup.
Yeah, there's too much weird stuff around her death too. Yep.
So then after that, and I know people are still probably talking about it. I saw some people say, yeah, oh, Charles did it. Yeah, Charles would have had a reason to take her out. So we kind of talked about this. Is the Queen a reptile? A reptilian?
I've heard she.
Is she a Lizzie?
I've heard she was a Lizzie.
Oh yeah, yeah. I saw that Harold, where Princess Diana talked about, and it's just like a lot of people. You know, I'm in good health. I'm not crazy. So if something happens to me, it wasn't me, kind of thing. You know, a lot of people say that these days.
Mm-hmm. Queen Lizzie.
So here's the last one. It's almost one. I mean, we can do more. You guys can come up with your own. I mean, I have other ones on this list, but I thought, nah, we probably ought to save them or not bring them up, or not. I'm just reading some of the ones I think are good. Do you think Pastor Bob Joyce is Elvis?
I was just thinking that the other day. That's weird. I wouldn't Elvis be older than that.
Well, people say there's an age difference.
Right. I think if he was still alive and he was pastoring that church down there, I think he would be older than what this guy is. So I don't think that guy's Elvis.
I think it's awful strange that he sounds and acts like Elvis.
I know.
Kind of looks like him. Kind of. I mean, I don't know.
But we're living in a world that you can't believe anything anymore, and you got to question everything. So who knows?
You know, though, and I don't know if it's true. I'm just going by what I read or what I see online, just like everybody else. They say that Bob Joyce's wife was one of Elvis's ex-girlfriends.
Oh my!
And a picture of Bob Joyce at his house. There's a picture of the same picture is of Elvis's grandmother or somebody in his family's on the shelf behind him. So they have a common ancestry involved as far as grandmas and grandpas and stuff like that. So that makes you wonder, okay, is this Elvis? Are they cousins? Are they related somehow? That's why there's such a resemblance, or maybe why they sound alike. Or does he do that on purpose? Is he imitating Elvis? She was Elvis's first girlfriend.
Oh.
So isn't that weird?
Nothing surprises me these days.
You
honestly.
kind of act like Elvis. You kind of sound or sing like Elvis. And Elvis sang a lot of Christian songs or gospel songs.
And
So
he wanted to be a pastor.
here's a gospel pastor
He wanted to be a pastor.
acting and sounding kind of like Elvis and is married to his first ex-girlfriend. So what is that like I don't know. It's just too weird, isn't it?
Right. Well, like I said, these days, nothing surprises me. It just, we really don't know.
Then there's a story about Elvis. There's a movie out about it, and it's comical and kind of funny, but it is a story, a theory that back in the day before Elvis died, that his team, his people found somebody that kind of looked like him and kind of sounded like him, and they swapped places. They swapped lives. So Elvis is out here living, and maybe that's how Bob Joyce came about. Maybe somebody completely different. I don't know.
His looks did change there at the end.
So was a look-alike the out of shape, heavier set Elvis? Yeah, son.
So there's a possibility, I guess.
I mean, it could be. I'm not saying it is. I mean, none of this stuff, like I said, we're not saying any of it's true, but it is fun to think about, and it is interesting.
It'd be the same thing as Michael Jackson still alive, and
yeah,
Princess Diana was still alive a few years ago too. And so, they were saying a lot of these people were actually alive.
How do we know?
I know we don't.
I mean, me personally, I believe they died, or just reading the news or what they tell us. But how do we actually know? We're not there. We're not involved. We don't have an inside person or know the family so how do we truly know? Yeah, Jim Morrison was another one where they said he really didn't die in France. He took that out and escaped. That's
Harold and Christy almost eloped to Alaska to be married by Bob Joyce.
That would have been cool. That'd been a good choice. I mean, I would like that. Who wouldn't want to be married by an Elvis?
Have a second wedding.
Yeah, you can still do it.
Yeah, go live. And then at the very end of the wedding, after you guys kiss, look at him, say.
I mean, at the very least, you can go to Vegas and get married by an Elvis impersonator. I think they still have that chapel there that Elvis, the pastor, looks like Elvis and sings like Elvis, and you can get married.
Oh,
I'd pick Bob Joyce if I was going to do it.
Oh my. But yeah, like you said, we really don't know for sure.
I don't know. So, I mean, my opinion on some of this, I think they're true, but it doesn't mean it happened or that's the way it is.
Well, just like a lot of these things with flat earth, little season, are we at the very end? There's pros and cons to this to make you kind of go, there could be a possibility.
I don't know. As far as I know, we could be in a goldfish bar sitting on somebody's desk or a kid's shelf. I mean, I don't know what.
We're part of somebody's winter snow globe.
I don't know.
I know. You got to have an open mind these days, and you have to question everything. And don't believe the government or NASA or scientists or professors.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do a good Elvis. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Elvis has left the building, or did Elvis leave the planet? Is Elvis an alien? I mean, if you look at the Men in Black, you know how they always say there's soft disclosure. They said Elvis left the planet.
Oh,
were some of these people like Elvis and Diana? Were they extraterrestrials?
They're living in the land past the ice wall down in Antarctica.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, do your own research. And
If nothing else, it's just fun to think about. The what ifs. What if? What if it's real? What if it's true?
Right? I just keep saying life is like a buffet line. Eat off your own plate. Don't look at what other people believe and start mocking and scoffing because they believe differently. We all have our own rabbit holes and research we've done, and let's get along. The Queen did live for ages.
Well, I didn't ask it, but that is one of the things that I think about. That got brought up, and I don't know where it came from, whether it popped in my head or somebody else said it, but it's called soul swapping. So say the Queen is getting ready to die. She knows she's getting ready to die. She brings in some younger person that has a soul, and that entity is able to swap. So the person is sacrificed in her place. She dies, but yet the Queen lives on and is still in command, still royalty. So she's still somewhere, according to this theory, she's still somewhere in a works somewhere. This hasn't came out yet. She's not going to be Queen Elizabeth or Queen Mary or whoever you want to talk about, but Queen Elizabeth, she's going to be somebody else, but it's going to be the same spirit and person that the Queen was before she died, because she swapped with somebody else.
No, my Harold. Elvis asked my Aunt Lorraine to marry him back in the 50s when he was on the Louisiana hayride. She married to my Uncle Joe, who was his record distributor.
Wow. I think Elvis was a player, man. Yeah. All these actresses and people that supposedly he dated, and seems like everybody had, a lot of people come up and say, yeah, I dated Elvis for a while, or
yeah, clones.
Yeah, Riley, Prince Charles, or King Charles now, he waited a long time. He was, remember how everybody's talking about that we're going to skip Charles and go straight to the grandkids? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Let's start a new sighting map.
I mean, think of all the stories where you hear about Elvis pumping gas in Tennessee or Kentucky, or somebody saw Elvis driving a semi down the interstate, or Pastor Bob Joyce, or, whatever the story is. All these Elvis imitators. How we know one of them really wasn't Elvis?
Dwarves, stick to Bigfoot sightings, please.
Yeah. Whoop, whoop.
Well, it's just like the shuttle people. They said the shuttle blew up, but now there's reports that they're professors and stuff like that, and they're all.
Oh, that was on my list, but
it was.
Some of them are kind of hesitant to bring up. I probably shouldn't have brought up the millennial reign one, or because it is controversial, whether you don't want it to be or not.
People need to agree to disagree, though. That's.
I know we should be able to.
Right.
Anyway, I think for the most part, our chat is having fun with it, and I really appreciate you guys just telling us how you feel. It's your opinion. Believe it, not believe it. Who cares what the other person thinks?
As long as you don't throw eggs and tomatoes, it's just I've seen so many podcasts that they mock and scoff what someone else believes. And even all the way down to the little season teaching right now, they're saying, oh, they're deceived by Satan, blah, blah, blah. But these people, if you have the same salvation message, it doesn't matter what their eschatology or their difference in what the scriptures mean. We're all brothers and sisters, and we need to all get along. and just agree to disagree and not point fingers and mock and scoff and name call and stuff like that. Because none of us know for sure. We're all being
Right.
tricked and fooled. That's my
Well,
thoughts.
so yeah, I see all those videos, and I don't know if they lived or not, or if they're still there. But I mean, some of these pictures they show, okay, it kind of looks like the astronaut aged and has similar name or facial features. So it's like it's compelling. I don't know if it's real or not.
What was that dude that was at all the campaigns? Everybody said he was John Denver.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but yeah, he was at every one of them.
And they were thinking that was John Denver also. That, oh no.
I don't think, honestly, I think John Denver was the other way. I don't think he would have been a Trump supporter. But that's just me. I don't know. Of course, we talk about this too, me and you, about your mom being a Democrat.
Right.
Would she be a part of the Democrat Party today if she lived today?
Don't know.
Or would she be more heading towards the conservative Republican side? Just because if you're in the middle of the road, you're more like what the old time Democrats would be, compared to what the Democrats are today. My dad even said that growing up, on how it's starting to swing one way or another.
Doris said throw cabbage instead. Riley says I support myself.
I mean, whether you believe this stuff or don't believe it, it doesn't affect your life.
Right.
Not really. I mean, it doesn't. Tomorrow you're going to wake up, you're going to do whatever you do, and whether it's flat earth, round earth, whether the millennial reign happened, whether the Challenger astronauts are still living, doesn't really matter to me when I go down to get gas or groceries tomorrow.
Just got to have an open mind and not get so defensive, like, how dare you? That's against what I believe. Well, have an open mind and look at the possibilities.
Besides, I'm 62. I'm retired. What better things do I do than make up a list like this to think about? Makes the day go by. When I'm sitting there thinking, all of a sudden it pops in my head, like, oh yeah, what's that?
Don't know.
It was Don Denver. Who's Don Denver?
Don Denver.
Denver Pile.
I found that Colorado Rocky Mountain High.
Yeah, Rocky Mountain High, West Virginia.
Only once? Yeah, I like John Denver.
I like John Denver's song. I think he pushed it too far as his political whatever, but I do like his songs. I do like how he supported the national parks and nature and preserving all that. At the same time, I think, you have to be able to cut lumber. You have to drill for oil. Do I want you to wipe out whole national forest? No. But I think you should be able to take some of it out there and get the bad out, or make room for new trees or whatever. I mean, I think there's a happy medium between both. Oh, Red Rocks. Red Rocks is cool. Especially the amphitheater where they have all the concerts at.
Yeah. And John Denver had a good Christmas album when I was a kid. Or not really a kid, probably junior high. So.
But all in all, I like John Denver. Like I said, I love love his music. He was kind of entertaining, and oh God, and some of his movies and
Smoking red rocks.
Red Rocks.
Smoking red rocks.
So it's fun. Fun thing to think about, contemplate. Doesn't matter a hill of beans.
That's why we've gone down these rabbit holes of possibilities and just go, well, could be. We really don't know for sure.
The only part that gets you is what if it's really true? We've been lied to all this time and they've been hiding it. Yeah, where's the moon rocks at? I
Yeah,
want some moon rocks.
they gave them away.
They lost them.
Oh, yeah, it is fun kind of going down these rabbit holes and go, could be a possibility.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Makes the night go by. Like I said, we talk about this stuff and see other people talk about it. And
But do we fully believe flat earth, round earth? I mean, there's possibilities of both. So I really don't know, but there is some good points of the flat earth. Do I know if we're waiting for the mark of the beast and 7-year tribulation, or are we in the little season waiting for Christ to return back still? I don't know. We'll find out.
I don't know.
We'll find out. We're living
That's true.
together somewhere.
That's true.
We'll find out. Yeah.
Oh, well, I think that's all I have. I just thought that would be fun, play around with, and
Walking Lightless going to bed. Red Rock has UFOs.
oh,
There's probably tunnels underneath that Red Rock amphitheater too.
it's probably the really reptilians playing
Oh,
reptilian rock.
hugs to you and your goats. Well, there you go, Walking Lightly. You got a screaming goat before you go to sleep.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, everybody. This has been fun. We love having you. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us, being goofy and doing the what ifs. And
Scratch.
I don't know, and I don't care. I don't know. Whatever you feel.
Nobody got mad at each other for
It's all right with us.
saying yes or no.
You should be able to voice your opinion without getting mad or somebody else getting mad at you. And I think we've lost that a lot. I was growing up that way where you could disagree with somebody and still be friends. You could still work together. You could have your disagreement and go out for coffee or a beer or whatever the next day, and doesn't matter.
Right.
That's the way it should be.
That's the way it was when we were younger. Now, as these days, it's like, oh, you go to that church? You believe that way?
So
back then, we didn't care.
So I mean, I had that growing up. My dad was involved in small town politics, and many nights he had people coming over, and whether they're on the same side, different side, whatever, they sat at the same table as we did and had cake and coffee, and they discussed matters. And sometimes dad agreed, sometimes dad didn't agree, sometimes that person agreed, didn't agree, sometimes they met in the middle. But at the end of the night, they walked away, shook hands, and see you tomorrow.
And good morning, Tracy.
Hey, Tracy.
So, but yeah, it's fun to discuss some of this and just have open thoughts of it could be possible. Just keep going down those rabbit holes. You'll find out.
So Sunday, we have Carol Ann from the In Between. If you go check her out on YouTube or TikTok or whatever social, you'll really like this guest. And we're going to be going down some possible time glitch stories and stuff.
Ooh.
Maybe true, maybe not true. I don't know, but it's like a glitch in the matrix. So this will be a fun show. Sunday 6 p.m. Central. So having said that, please go to our store and check out our merchandise if you'd like. No pressure. If you like the owl, if you like Jane's logo, or Midwest Night Watchers, or Bigfoot, Mothman, Dogman, we have those American legends,
Goats.
goats. We have it all on there. So little Christmas.
Goats.
And like I said, we'll be adding probably Robot Grandma. I don't know. We might turn her into a Christmas t-shirt or maybe both. I don't know. But I definitely have a Robot Grandma ready to go on a t-shirt. So that'll be coming soon before Christmas. So love you guys. Thank you for coming. Keep looking up.
And keep your vibrations high.
We'll catch you next time. Love and peace, everybody.